this button.
There, now you can see the computer screen.
Now we should be able to be...
Are we live?
We should be. Yep, there we go.
Are we live?
We're live.
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
Oh,
See it on the stream. Sorry, I'm not going to watch that anymore.
It's delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed. So, anyway. Yes,
it.
sadly, we're not live.
No,
We're a couple seconds in front of you. But thank you all for joining us. We are the Moth Company once again, in case you forgot who we are. Which is fine, because I often forget who we are.
What's my name?
Who are you people?
How did I...
Alright, so I won't...
Original joke.
Thank you all for joining us on our
Never
second
said
session.
before.
Feel free to spread the good word of the Mothia around. I would love to have more people come and experience this dumpster fire together. Anyway, with that being said, I think we can get into a quick character. Actually, we'll give... what do you guys think? Should we give the chat a minute or two with you guys, or should we...
Kato Erikine.
Should we... Mido.
That's the whole stream, guys. Thanks for coming.
Oh, I actually like that.
Thank you. It was a great time.
Brian has tweaked everyone's names as a mixture of their real and not real
You're
life
Erica.
names.
Mido.
Yeah,
okay,
so,
but Mido's like an actual name.
Mido's like an
it's
actual
a good name.
That's a Zelda name.
Eureka. Eureka is not a name.
Okay, I'm just gonna give a quick summary of last session.
Mom says it's my turn on the bone pile.
All right, yeah, I'll let you guys get a couple minutes in with the chat.
That's the recap.
That's
the recap.
That's the whole. That's the whole recap. One meme. Okay, so last session we had the group awake in the ruined city of Brzeg. I understand that at the end of the stream, for those of you who watched the episode, I began to pronounce it wrong. So yes, it's Brzeg.
Johnny started pronouncing the city wrong.
I started, the one that I made. I started pronouncing that one wrong. We're gonna have a coffee break midway through, so I can kind of keep the energy up. Anyway, so I started
a coffee break. We can't do anything else.
No, that's all. No chat.
In this session, we're cool. In this session, we have more banter. You know,
yeah,
we're kind of doing the Marvel quip at each other.
Yeah, we've all got the. If you look to Gale, you'll see that Gale is donning the Marvel disguise.
Can't see Gale; they're too blurry. They're too pixelated.
So they have the Marvel disguise going. We just need to get the sunglasses, and we'll be good to go. So, without
the best I can do.
the Marvel disguise. Oh, great. Okay.
Baseball cap, sunglasses. No one will know, and a hoodie.
The most inconspicuous. We're losing people. People wanted to come watch us play D&D, so let's get to that. All right. So last session. Last session we had a brilliant entrance into the city of Brzeg, where the group had been kidnapped by a strange convent of people, and they had broken out. They had met up together with a strange figure known as Pithy, who gave them shelter for an evening and left them in the morning. And they had
like a really bad one-night stand.
Like a really bad one-night stand. They had ran into a pool of blood, a pile of bones. They had killed, and at the very end, they were off to the Grand Library as the city has begun to burn down. So that is where we will pick up with, let's see, Kato Erikine, Maya, Urani, and Erden. That is where we will pick up with our team.
Only Kato gets a last name.
Only Kato gets a last name. I don't remember the rest of you guys' names.
Kato Erikine. Kato Erikine and friends.
Kato Erikine and crew. Alright, so. A thin fog of acrid smoke begins to settle in front of you, hanging over the cracked streets where the blood-road people had once made their home. Whatever is within those pitching and crumbling buildings is yours for the taking, if you can get in before they burn down. Up ahead, you spot a small house at the end of the cul-de-sac. A small yet imposing chair sits in front of it. There are buildings on either side of the house, a thin, crooked shed, and a faded two-story building. whose front side has weathered away to reveal crude bunks within it. Those sit on the left and the right, respectively.
I think that we need to split up, right? Because you want to go to the library, and we still have to get our stuff. And the city's obviously you see it, but
it's sort of on fire. If that isn't obvious.
I noticed that it's on fire.
As much as I want to go into the library, I do recognize that we need to get our stuff back.
I'm saying we could split up.
Yeah, that is a. Thank you for. Yes, that is up to you guys if you want to split up or not. Whether or not you want to make me extremely happy in the second session, or or not. But yes, there are those 3 buildings in front of you, and it seems that all of the red-robed people are gone.
Probably slaughtered.
Probably slaughtered.
Nice.
From what you remember of the armored soldiers that had arrived.
Jesus. Have they like cut and run? I mean, I guess we've cut and run.
The armored soldiers, you guys cut and ran, and you haven't seen them since. You haven't seen that like ragtag group of people since.
How far is the library versus where our stuff is?
So
are they like in opposite directions?
As you're in the camp, which is probably where they stored your stuff.
Oh.
So you're in their little like settlement, if that makes any sense. Because you were making their way there anyway, and now that they're all dead, you've waltzed in.
Nice.
I'm saying we can split up 2 and 2, and then meet up.
Well, we're already here.
Guess
right. I want to look at the library. How long does it look like it has left?
Okay.
Is it on fire?
The library is not on fire. It is a building, even though it is made of partially of wood, but mostly of stone. The library, you can clearly see it from anywhere in the city, is 5 stories tall, give or take. It's a very, very centralized building. It's not on fire at all. There's not a lick of flame on it, and it seems you might have a bit of time. From your estimation, probably an hour or 2 before it starts to be in danger.
Who wants to? Telling you, I think one of us needs to go with her.
I'll go with Maya and check out the library.
Okay.
Not Maya. Not Maya. Airden is going.
Oh, so needs to go with her.
I need my gear.
Okay.
Maya, what do you want to do?
Well, the library seems like it's fine for now. I'll
do you go even
stay back
our
to
stuff?
My weapons.
So you guys are all going to look for your stuff?
We're going to look for our weapons so that we actually have items and we can do things.
Okay, well, Airden is walking off into the...
You're just waltzing off into the fire? Or are you looking for your stuff?
I'm under the impression.
I don't know. No, okay. No, I can't hear. Alright, that's the thing. I can't hear Airden. So my volume's all the way down for them. We're going to take a quick technical break. We'll be right back in like 10 seconds or less. Bye-bye.
We live.
back. All
We're
right.
We
back.
live, despite
Welcome
popular
back.
belief.
Sorry. Millions
Stop apologizing.
millions of sorries
Airden.
for.
Airden, say something.
Are we back?
Yeah,
I'm back. Am I back?
We're all back. Okay.
I am telling you to stop apologizing, and it's me telling you.
Good news, we only failed until the 15-minute mark this time.
Instead of the
So, yeah, instead of the 20-minute
A
mark.
lot better.
So let's get these numbers back, and let's get back. Oh, yep. Alrighty. Let's keep it rolling. Sweet. So yes, Airden, I'm sorry. You're just going into the city by yourself
Going away from the
What I was saying is, I'm going away from the
from the fire?
east.
Okay, so you're
Whichever direction is the most away from the fire.
the fire's kind of all around you. So it is.
Well,
It might not seem.
whichever part is the least on fire.
That would be the library. You're going right toward the Grand Library.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go to the library.
All right, so you're just charging off on your own.
Well, somebody's got to go with her.
Yeah.
We can't just let her go on her own.
No, that's cool. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Get my stuff, and then I run off after her.
All right, we're gonna have to get
Okay,
your
great.
stuff. So where do you think your
Sounds
stuff
good.
is?
Well, you said that there was supposed to be a base that was recognizable up on the hill, so we're just gonna start heading towards that.
Oh, you're already there.
All right.
You're in your.
We're
You're
already
in there. You're in their spot. You were already going there. That's when you passed the Blood
Okay, then
Pantheon.
let's-
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'd say it's
still
more of a blood Parthenon, actually.
All right. Yeah, it's more of a Blood Parthenon. Anyway,
right.
so yeah, that is there.
Okay, well then we need to start searching these buildings. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
you
heading with
So,
Irdan to not die,
sweet. So you've got
or not let them die.
So you've got 3 buildings in front of you. You have the house. There's the small house directly in front of you. Off to your right, there is a small tilting shed, and off to the left there is what seems to was a tavern and now has been gutted and repurposed into a place where people lived.
tavern.
Yes, let's start there.
Okay.
Oh, you go check a different place. I'm going to the tavern.
Okay. I will look at the house. Then.
Okay, cool. So, Kato, approaching the building that lacks a front, a flake of ash flutters down, coming to rest on your large shoulder. Within the building that is being lit by the flames, you can see there are cobbled together cots, a ramshackle fire pit in the center of the room, and cuts of meat hung up on the back wall, as if all of the people were being placed in front of the meat. And there's a tanning rack where a small, scaly, translucent hide is kind of hanging.
I'll investigate the hide.
Okay.
I'll kind of poke it with my claw gauntlet.
With your claw gauntlet.
Kind of like.
Yeah, give it a
Ugh.
little poke. Yeah, sure. You just want to poke at it?
Yeah, I just
Make
want
a
to poke at it
constitution
and
check.
try and see what it is.
No. It seems like it was a hide of some kind of small animal. It's been recently skinned. All of the scales are translucent, which is strange. Or
Yeah, that is really weird.
it's weird compared to any other animal that you've seen. So we will head over to Maya. Maya, heading toward the small home, the blanket of smoke is starting to get a little thicker. Out in front of the squat and squared building sits a chair that has been scratched and dinged to oblivion and back. It was once a piece to be proud of, with a high back and marbled wood, but now it's dilapidated and it's been used a lot. The door to the squat home is listing open.
I will enter.
Alright. You enter the single chamber, and it's largely empty. There's a single bed with no blankets, a desk that is completely barren, and you do catch the shadow of something swinging in the center of the room. Looking up to the ceiling, there's a rope kind of with a meat hook that is jammed into the ceiling. And dangling by the crude rope, there's the shriveled head of a tentacled mind flayer. Its glassy eyes gaze emptily at you as its tentacles kind of sway on the ground like a sick pendulum.
Is there any wall space above?
No, the ceiling is largely empty. So yes, there's nothing of great note, nor any attic.
Besides, the head.
Just the head.
Just
Take a
the
mental
head.
picture
Okay.
of
the mind flayer head. Okay. And head.
Onto the building.
All right. So yes, we will go over to our lovely team. All right. So you guys have been running through Brzeg, and we will see what you find.
Yeah,
All right.
Bearden,
I'm
I'm
full
following
sprinting.
So on your way to the Grand Library, a gust of wind rakes your skin, and you see a wispy strand of blazing heat that begins to evaporate the sweat right off your skin. I'm going to need you to both make a Constitution check.
Yay. Yay, yay. Yay, yay. 18.
18? All right.
Constitution. 15.
Okay. Erden, you're not used to fire carrying sand on it, and as such, you take 4 points of heat damage.
This is why I hate fire. The only reason.
All right. So Kato, you have not found anything.
I'm just gonna abandon this place and go to shed.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are both going to the shed.
I've definitely got just very you know how a person walks when they're angry?
Very
walking like
stomping.
that because I'm sad I didn't find anything. I'm just stomping.
All right.
I'm just stomping at the shed.
Approaching the leaning shed, the area feels tense, and you can see through a small gap within the sliding metal doors. The glint of some kind of bronze cylinder is clear as day, and it seems to go from the floor to the ceiling. And there's a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of other great crap around it too.
Is the door open and stuff, and we can just enter right in there?
Yeah, the door's open. These guys
Okay,
do not have stellar security.
Going to investigate this bronze pillar.
Sure.
And I'm just trudging ahead. I'm paying total disregard to any kind of traps or anything.
No, there's no kind of traps.
A 6 for investigation.
It seems like it was some kind of device that's a lot larger than what would be used for personal use. And looking around it, you do spot your belongings, and there's a small iron lantern with flowing curves and a small drawer set in the base. Picking it up, you see there's no oil reservoir, so it's a lot more elegant than the standard thing. Or the standard lantern compared to what you're used to.
I will recover my items and take the lantern.
Okay.
Yeah, I put on my displacement cloak and I pop in my
oh yeah, you had your eye.
Glass eye, my eyeball.
Okay. And
important clarification. Do you just grab your stuff?
No.
Now I'm grabbing, and then I'm.
They said I grab my stuff, and I'm like.
I think Urani's stuff is.
Okay.
Yeah, right, and I guess I'd imagine that I'd have enough arm room.
Yeah, so you've just got it.
Carry it
like a bundle of wood.
Yeah.
After popping in your eye, something catches it, in the otherwise boring pile of scrap. A necklace with a silver chain and a small triangular drop of blood on it that has been surrounded like a ruby, made to look like a rising flame. So it's kind of got this pendant on it. You recognize it as the necklace of a Crimson Order true blood, not just some willy-nilly practitioner or priest, but a true knight of the church.
I'm gonna just kind of slowly reach forward and snatch it.
All right. Yes. So you have the necklace, And you have the rest of your
Same,
belongings.
baby.
Okay, so
Alright.
yes, we still have our friends running through the city.
Hey.
Alright. Let's see what we got. Nice. So, you are running toward the library, and among the smoke and flame and the eerie quiet of Brzeg on fire, you spot a few figures up in front of you. Their armor glints in the firelight, and they seem to be prowling like cats.
I quickly grab Irden and I drag her into an alley, and I point to the guards and I try to work around through alleyways to the just avoid
I'm fighting to get away from you.
Okay. So the
I do not
alleyways
want to die.
the alleyways are on fire, I might add. So there
Never.
are like walls. Well, they're not like strictly the alleyways are aflame, but it's like there are walls. The buildings on either side of you are kind of on fire.
Okay. Then it's more running.
Okay. I'm going to need you to make a stealth check
To not be seen by
to not be seen by the people.
intimidating
Yes.
people in armor.
Yes, the intimidating people by armor.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Wait, so are you grabbing me?
Yes, I'm grabbing you and I'm dragging you.
I'm gonna try to get away.
All right. Yeah. Make a dex check to try to slip out of her grasp.
Die.
Dex, that's a 17.
All right. Yeah. You've managed to slip away from
Damn it.
Urani's grasp. And
Okay, I keep running away from the fire.
all right, so you are furiously running toward the library, and no one bats an eye except you see the head of one of the armed people turn, and with a quick shout, you see that the armed people are starting to approach you.
I don't stop.
All right, can you roll initiative for me?
This is why I said we should not go near them. There's a reason I said that.
I got a 7.
7?
Well, I'm making character choices.
Are you petrified of fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
That's
that
why.
makes
sense.
That's
Why would
why
you
they're
ask her
doing
that?
it. Yeah, that's
Why would
why
you
Erden's
ask her
doing it.
that?
You
Called
fool.
character. We're
I-
heard of it.
I am panicking.
Sorry.
All right, sweet. So it turns out that they're all going to go in front of you. Okay. So our friends with the armor
Hook me up, I guess.
are starting to approach
Just
you.
don't want to be on fire.
And
I'm a bad guy.
the way that you're running, so the street you're running down the street, and the Grand Library is pretty close, but the street kind of jogs, and that is the way you are panically running. And of course, our armed friends are kind of walking around among the fire, hanging out. Like they're throwing a little bit of tinder on things, and they're there in that jog. So you're actively running toward them. Or you could try to turn, but if it's not in your
No, I'm not
okay.
thinking enough to try to.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna make a crossbow attack. They don't have they don't have crossbows. All right, so they're gonna charge. They're pretty much running toward you, trying to scythe you down with their weapons. They've got an assortment of spears and swords. All of them are very beat up, but we'll see if they hit. No, 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 and yes. Okay. Okay, so that's all right. So as you're running past, one of them glances you with their sword, slicing you on the calf, and you will take 4 points of damage.
Okay, I'm not doing great.
No. Urani, you're aware of the situation because you've heard the shouting in the street. So you are cognizant of what is happening. You're cognizant of your friend being charged, and what are you going to do about that?
I'm gonna run out of the alleyway. And I'm gonna look at whichever one hurt her, and I'm gonna cast True Strike.
Okay.
I don't know where my player's handbook is, so I gotta look it up really quickly.
Great.
It's somewhere.
Okay. Do you have one
Ruby.
that you could reference, or that someone could
Oh
reference?
no, I
for
can just
then?
look them up like on this.
All right.
I have it pulled up already.
Yes.
I was prepared.
More or less.
Not
More or
prepared
less
to have
prepared.
your player's handbook.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Continue.
Uh,
So while we are waiting for,
are they 30 feet?
yeah, they're more or less 30 feet from where you duck into
Great.
the alleyway.
Then I'm not gonna cast True Strike. That was something in my brain. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver. That's what I meant.
Okay. Because something I'll actually hurt them.
Yeah, I mixed up those two in my head.
Yes, I remember this one, I believe. So let's do it. Let's cast Mind Sliver.
Hell yeah.
So,
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, while you're putting the parts together for that, I'm going to go to the boys, or the boy. So what are you guys, Kato, Gale, Kato, Maya, what are you guys doing right now? Because you've retrieved your stuff, and you haven't seen them get hurt, but Aridin has frantically ran off into the fire of the city.
Actually going to go back
Mind Flare Head.
into the room.
Yeah.
Flare Head.
Yeah.
And if I can, I'm going to take the hook.
Yeah. Wait, you're taking the hook?
Taking the hook.
Okay, so the hook is in
You don't need the hook. You already got the head.
The hook is in the ceiling, so you'll have to devise a way. Also, you could see that there are licks of flame starting to
Use my
consume the house.
handy-dandy collapsing pole.
Ah, yes, the handy dandy collapsing pole. All right. Yes. So you've gotten on your collapsing pole, and with a quick twist, just like they told you in all those advertisements, you have sprung up to the top or up to the ceiling, and you whack your back a little hard on the top of the ceiling, but you're able to precariously balance yourself near the hook, near the meat hook.
And I'm going to wrench it free.
All right, just give me a quick strength check, please.
Hey, if you want me to carry it might be easier if you let me carry the Mind Flare Head. If you wanted, I could.
Okay.
I could maybe carry the Mind Flare Head.
While Kato is attempting to convince you to let him take the Mind Flare Head, you tear out the meat hook from the brittle wood ceiling, and you just have it in your hand, so it has been detached from the ceiling.
Well, if you want the head, feel free to take it. I'm not quite sure how good it would be to carry it around with you.
A lot slimy. It's really slimy.
Are you keeping the head?
You think after being dead it would be less slimy, but if anything, it's gotten more slimy, I feel like.
Oh god.
So we're gonna go back over to our.
I pulled it up. I'm sorry.
I've just got it balancing. I've just got it balancing on the top of all my stuff.
Sweet.
That I was carrying.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Just right front and center. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So it's
lay it on me.
Target must make an intelligence saving throw.
Done. That's a 7.
That fails.
Sweet.
Okay, it said I still don't know what this entirely means, but hopefully you do. Unless the saving throw is successful, the target takes 1d6 psychic damage, and the first time it makes a saving throw before the end of your next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number. I actually do understand that.
Okay, yep, so it's going to take... So, you see...
It rolls 1d6. I get to roll the...
I just did it, unless you don't want to...
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You're fine.
So anyway, you see the person that attacked your friend clutch their head, and you see a little trickle of blood start to come out of their ear, and they fall to the ground, momentarily stunned.
Okay, I'm like, it's 1d6.
Okay, so
The
I'll
cantrip.
make them try to
Frankly,
spot
a
you.
commoner is like CR0. They have like 3 hit points.
Okay, one of
so-
them has spotted you. So that one guard is going to come up. Airden, it is your turn.
Okay, how many are around me?
There are two, well, the one that attacked you has collapsed, and the other two have noticed your attempted escape. So they have noticed you. There are 2 of them. Yeah, they're pretty.
Or within 15 feet of.
Yes, they've started chasing you pretty much right away, and you're moving in their direction. So yes.
Okay, I cast Thunderwave
Okay.
as I continue running.
All right. So yeah, make me a. Let's make a check.
They have to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay, I can do that. That's a 16, and that is a 15. Clack.
Okay, well, both of those succeed, but they take 5 damage each.
Okay. So, with a quick, I don't know. How do you make the motion to cast Thunderwave? What is your process?
I don't.
You don't have a
Look,
process?
dude, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I'm thinking about anything right now. I don't think that Airden thought to catch Thunderwave.
Okay, so you're just doing it. All right. So your hands just go out and you quickly shoot a pretty narrow, very narrow Thunderwave out, but it does the job and stuns 2 of them.
Okay, I keep running.
Okay. So we'll go back over to the rest of the crew. All right, guys, you've successfully retrieved your Mind Flayer head and Meat Hook, respectively.
Slime flare head.
Yeah. So where are you off to now?
All right. I mean, I guess we have to go to
the other 2 went.
Yeah, to the Grand Library.
What's the library?
To the
We can
library.
give them their stuff. I can finally. I
Come
gotta find a
on,
way to attach this.
Dump all this
Gotta
shit
find a way to
off
attach
of me.
this head to my belt or something.
Do
And
the
then get a nice-
yeah.
Try
Do
to
the
rope
meat.
through its skull or something.
Okay, so you off to the Grand Library, through the burning city of Brzeg. You have seen the
I
flames.
guess we have to just jog.
You have seen the
Just have to
flames have
kinda
been.
jog.
The fire has been encroaching, in terms of getting larger, and it has started to get close to the library. You can kind of track the smoke, based on where it's coming from, and it is also impairing your vision a little bit. That's a 6. Okay. So, traveling down one of the streets, you guys find yourself surrounded by gray and red mounds, about 3 feet high. Each one is cone-shaped and has bulbous growths. As you're passing by one of them, one bursts open, spraying out a viscous goo as it breaks. You can see it inside of it, Kato, as you're covered with disgusting, sour-smelling goo. And within it is a plant-like object with thin, spindly growths that branch off in odd angles, and each one of them has a reddish-gray bulb, like the one that just burst open.
Look at Maya.
This can't be good. I say we continue on.
All right. Oh. Gross.
Yeah, so you're kind of covered in you're just covered in this gray, like smelly goo. And
Head is like
Rip.
double mucousy.
And Maya, as you're passing by, you see a small hunk of rock that's colored a light blue and seems to be eliciting a little bit of light. Kind of like lying near a pile of armored skeletons. And these guys have been here for a while. What's up? Yeah, you're
I
gonna.
will carefully pick it up.
Okay. As you touch it, it buzzes with power beneath your fingertips. It's like static electricity, and you can see that it seems like there are stars glistening inside of it.
Pretty rock.
Well, I'm gonna grab it, toss it in my pocket, and continue on.
Okay.
Shiny, shiny,
Okay.
shiny.
So after a few moments, you come into a long, downward sloping street, pretty close to the library, that has a jog that jogs off to the right, and you can see there are a group of figures in it. And there's a little bit of shouting, and it seems as if they are clashing. So that will pass turn to everyone's favorite magician, Urani. You're up.
I'm up.
Alright.
I am running after Iridan.
Okay. Kato and Maya.
Iridan?
Airden.
Aridin.
Aridin.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, you see
Can't
one
say
of the
names.
figures starting to scramble down the street. Urani, give me a athletics check, please.
Hopefully it's as good as my other ones.
I feel like you just jinxed it.
That is a 4!
All right. So, muddled by adrenaline and confused by smoke and flame, you catch your foot on one of the loose pavestones and you trip and fall, knocking you prone, and you will take.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I was running, that means I can't cast a spell, right?
No. 'Cause
Damn
you were
it!
running. So you take 3 points of damage and you are knocked prone. And Kato, Maya, you see the figure that was once running for their life has now sprawled out on the ground.
I was not running for my life.
they
I
have
was
tripped.
running because they were running.
So yes, they have sprawled out on the floor and they have tripped.
All right, I'm just gonna, I guess, take out my newly returned longsword,
Yes.
and I'm gonna like grab the person like by the scruff of their neck. Like, who are you? And like try to pull them up.
Okay, sweet.
Me?
Yes, so
I
you.
don't know who you are.
So through the smoke, you see a hulking figure over your head, Urani, and you are picked up by the scruff of your neck, and it is Kato. That has been. There's a small haze of smoke in between your face and theirs, but it is still him, still the orc you've come to tolerate.
We have to go now.
Come on.
All right.
Right.
We going.
Yes, so you guys are out.
Oh, here's your shit. Take your shit.
I take my shit. I just take it.
Your stuff has been dumped into your arms rather quickly, and I want you to make a perception check for me.
Everyone or just Urani?
No,
Oh,
just Urani.
Now I roll well. 19.
All right. As you're grabbing your stuff, you see something, just a glimpse of something, and a buzzing hum begins to build in your ears. And the moment you get another glimpse at it, a crude trophy of a mind flayer who's been beheaded, you're pulled headfirst into its final moments in this very city. Shouts ring out, splitting their ears as you stand by a pool of muddy red water, side by side with the rest of your unit. Fear runs frantically through your heads as clashes of weapons shout out from behind you. There's another unearthly sound from behind you and a slipping sensation as you see your head tumble from your shoulders. And your body is standing overhead, and you can see a serrated sword being pulled out of it. And you have been jolted back into the burning city of Brzeg. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw to
Okay.
avoid complete dissociation.
Cool, right?
5.
Okay. Yeah. So
We're all breakdown.
Urani has been knocked aside by connecting with this creature, and as such, she will receive a -3 penalty to all checks for the foreseeable future.
Hey there, guys. Hey, isn't this thing cool? Oh shit!
It's PTSD plus. Okay.
PTSD.
I'll just
baby.
catch her a little bit.
Okay.
I'll just catch her a little bit.
Yeah. So
You are getting, when I come back to it, you are getting very yelled at.
all right. Are you all running?
Yelled at squared. Now I
What
am
are you
running
even
for
yelling
very
at
different reasons.
How many of the other figures are there?
There are
I
4
don't
of
even
them.
know what's going on. You're describing things too out of character. What's happening?
Okay.
Are you
So
running?
We're all running.
yeah, I think you're all running.
Yeah, but okay.
There seem to be 4 figures within the smoke, and you can see they have weaponry on them and plain armor.
Yes. While we're running, I'm just going to have my bow and an arrow at the ready.
Okay.
in case.
Make an athletics check, and if you need that attack, you will get advantage on it.
I have a plan. Don't worry. And I hold up the mind flayer I have.
So wait, right now, can I process anything, or is it just like pure and utter panic?
It's not panic so much as it is sensory overload.
Whoa.
So you can kind of process things, but you're having a hard time differentiating what's real and what you're seeing. So I guess this is a good time to reveal your secret mechanic. Urani is the Cal Kestis of the group, for those of you who are familiar with Jedi Fallen Order. But those of you who are not, she has the ability to contact objects of a certain variety and feel their memories, feel memories attached to them.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah,
it's a little bit too much to bear.
A little bit.
Continuing on, Airden, you are charging through the streets willy-nilly. We'll see if you make it to the library, or if you don't. Let's see. It's fine. Okay. So you have somehow, some way, you found your way to an area where the fire is not, and you have arrived at the Grand Library. Its shadow has covered half a block that you have ran down, and you can kind of see through your panic haze that the building has a very ornate front with a large open-air entrance that closes into the library proper, and the area around it has decayed. The massive facades, however, have not. So there are 8 faces on the building, and there are huge carved facades that run all 5 stories. And as you are running toward the flames, you are stopped by a quick arm bar from a blue cloak. And we're going to go back to the rest of the group now. So, rest of the group. Yes, I need an athletics check from all of you, if you please.
15 on my last one.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yes.
13.
Did you subtract the 3 from it?
24.
No.
10.
So wait.
24 good.
10.
Johnny, is 24 okay?
24 will do just fine, considering the DC for the check was 14. And as you've taken a position in the back of the group, or where? Okay, who's going first? That's my question. Who's running where?
Well, I thought that Urani was running faster than me to get away from the spooky head.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of jogging.
All right.
Yeah, I think
with my
your head, with your new
creepy
friend.
separate head.
Than me because I'm keeping an
Yeah,
eye on the
yeah, that
things
works.
behind us.
Kato, I'd like you to make a dexterity dexterity check to see if you can catch Urani as they topple to the ground once again.
Okay, man. Check or saving throw.
Check, because this is not really a saving throw.
Okay. 15.
All right. Your Honor, your hero has come to the rescue again. Through the smoke, you see not the head of the
around here,
mind.
huh?
Are you just
Drop
holding it like a
the
lantern?
I you fall back and I catch you and then I bring the head forward and I'm like, you good?
I drop the head.
What?
Drop the fucking
I
head.
get kind of defensive.
All
This
right.
is mine.
So the smoke has obscured the vision of the four figures. They have not seen you as you're trying to escape, and you have all successfully made your way in the direction that Airden has been sprinting in. And you are greeted with the sight of the Grand Library. And Airden has been running toward the entranceway, which is this large, very it's carved, kind of curved entrance with lots of arcs kind of going up and down like a double helix. And you see Airden has caught an armbar near a decorative wall that is just kind of like borders the street and the rest of the square that the library ends. So Airden has caught an armbar from a blue cloak that you can see through the smoke.
What's an armbar, if you don't mind me asking?
An armbar, for those of you who are not familiar, it is the...
Oh, like when you clothesline someone.
Yeah, it's close. I guess you could say it's clotheslining, but it's not like to the neck.
Okay, can we see this guy?
You just see Airden. You just see Airden's figure, who you think is Airden, kind of get like pulled into this wall. Airden, what do you think of this?
I struggle.
Okay. Yeah, make a... Okay, so you're going to struggle. Let's see. We'll just assume. Okay, so you're able to slip free, and as you're slipping free, you catch the blue cloak of Pithy, and he kind of brings his finger up, one of his worn, gnarled fingers up to his face. Shh! All right. I'm sorry. I just needed to stop you before you ran in there. Where are your friends?
I
I don't
immediately
know, I
run
need
up
to
behind
go.
quarterstaff at the ready, and I try to hit him.
Okay, make an attack check on him.
+2, -3,
So it's a -1.
17.
Okay. We will see. All right. So you bring your quarterstaff down on the figure who has your friend, and you wrap him across the head. And you hear him like
4 damage.
This is how you
Oh,
get
man, this thing
allies.
blasts brain from 60 feet away.
And you see
Holding up the head.
there's a glow of fire from this person's hand. So you see a hand with a blue robe, and there's a fire, kind of narrow bolt of fire stretching out from their outstretched fingers.
At who? At me?
At you, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have no
Can I see
concept
the
of where
head?
this guy is. I just-
You can't see the head because of the smoke.
Okay.
Can I see the head?
You're not looking at the head.
Good.
You're facing front, so you're facing this person. There's the little wall, and the blue-robed mage is just kind of sitting there with with his hands in a firebolt position and the bolt brewing between his hands. I know it's just smoke. I'll let her go. It was acting delirious, and a hand kind of you're being let go, Airden, or not let go, but like you see a pressure kind of lifts off of you.
Okay. I move as fast as I can away to Yanni.
Okay. Yes.
You
So
really
you
have no concept of where you are. So if you would come out so this thing can blast your brains.
So you see a figure in...
Kato, drop the damn head.
Shh,
Head?
please, guys. Kato, right? You remember me, Pithy. I catch you guys yesterday night. All right. So there seems to be a situation.
Airden is fully hyperventilating.
Okay. Let me see.
Just so you know.
All right.
I guess I just slowly I put the head down and I said, "Don't try anything. Don't try any weird shit."
Speaking
We're
of
good.
weird shit, Pithy snaps his finger and a small rose appears, and he hands it gently toward Airden. And there are no thorns on the stem, and the rose has a very has green and blue petals on it, and it's a very calming shade of green and blue. And he just puts it your way.
I grab it and I hold on to it.
Okay.
And I
All right. So, yeah, I've been trying to get in here. That's why I left this morning. I don't assume that you were the ones who burnt down the city, considering your friend is not doing so well with the whole thing. But the library is our best bet. And for anyone who's interested in books, Maya, there happens to be quite a few volumes of distinct value within it, and I'd rather like to rescue some of them.
I would like to not burn to death.
Well, the library will offer you that as well. There are,
Why are you going there?
but there are a few people outside, and I was going to see if they were going away, but you arrived at just the right time. So, what do you say? You want to help me ward off these raiders, and we can mosey on into the protection of the Grand Library?
Sure.
I'm feeling a little tired from today, so maybe if you had a little pick-me-up, that'd be great.
Pick me up in terms of... He's just kind of sitting there, like rifling through his pockets. I'm sorry, I've got nothing. I guess adrenaline might help.
If you're giving out adrenaline, I'll take adrenaline, I guess.
All right. Well,
I have a question. I'm sorry.
yeah. Yes.
How do I stop having Vietnam flashbacks?
Well, let's see. I want you to make another Constitution check. The DC is 13 to beat it.
I still -3 to that.
No, that's not fair.
It's only an 11 anyways.
Okay, we haven't kicked it yet. So, yeah, he's got nothing in terms of. Let me see. I think you see Pithy's old hands like start to work a little bit, and a magic shield begins to materialize. A yellowish shield glows from your head to your toe. That might help you a little bit, but I can't guarantee it will do too awful much in terms of doing any pick-me-upping, but it won't get you hurt, so...
Yellow. Everything's kind of tinted yellow now.
It's a shield.
What's it do?
It will stop you from getting eviscerated by any weaponry, falling objects. Magic, it's a little more touch and go with, but I can work on it. Anyway,
I'm gonna take my claw gauntlet. I'm gonna take my claw gauntlet and just put one spike through the top of the scalp, just all the way through, and then take my rope and thread it through. And
okay.
Waist.
Oh, nice. So you've got a mind flayer head on your.
I've got a cool mind flayer head on my belt.
That is
It's really cool.
That's a nice touch.
Drop.
Looks great.
Head.
I don't know. Are you still enthralled with the flower, or are you kind of like? Are you looking at it? Is this?
I'm probably looking around.
Okay. Yeah. Make a perception check for me. We'll see if we can spot this.
When Urani says drop the head, Kato just twist the rope so that the head's behind him.
Oh,
Just kind of
Jesus.
sadly twist the rope.
Okay. Oh yeah. So what did you get for the
Yeah, better.
Constitution? Okay. You're not able to spot it. It seems Kato has picked up some kind of melon-like object, but you're not sure what it is. All you see is like the dim outline of it through the smoke.
Kato and his melons.
Kato's hanging out.
Oh wait, that sounds like something different.
That sounds like something very different. All right. So, yeah. What's your game plan for getting in?
How
You don't even know what the
many
situation
are-
is.
Nope.
Through the smoke, you can see just a group of 4 armored people, kind of sitting on the banisters or like sitting on the stairs, watching the city burn. They're pretty nonchalant about the whole thing.
Alright, why don't you just prepare an arrow, Maya, and I'll get them in range.
I was thinking use an arrow to draw them out.
Okay, yeah, that works too.
Can I prepare to when someone comes near me, can I prepare to cast Blade Ward?
Yes, you can prepare to cast Blade Ward. I don't see why not.
Should we take a break? at some-
Yeah. I mean, we can take a break when we get in, or we can take a break now. It's up to you guys.
Let's do now.
PP.
Let's do now. All right. We're gonna take 5 real fast.
Are you gonna end the stream or can we vibe here?
No, you guys can hang out.
Yes, permission to vibe has been granted.
Chat permission allowed.
So fun fact of for Urani's in a monologue at the moment. That is her in a monologue.
Who is meaning? Cast bonk. Hi everyone in the chat.
I will cast bonk. I will bonk everyone.
Good to see you. We need the bonk emote for the Discord.
Bonk.
I'm just kind of going up as we.
Okay, y'all don't understand how bad the Mind Flayer head is. You do not understand. It is bad. It is very bad.
Spread the
It
good-
is big
We
bad.
must have a new moth name. Okay. Yes. The slime. I'm kind of reading up back through the chat, so I will get to some of these.
I'm just reading the now. And
As
god
a new
damn
member
it,
of the
y'all
Mafia,
are.
do I have to do anything? Magara, thank you for joining the crew. Spread the good word, as we all say. Back from dinner, Shen, what'd you miss? Actually, coffee break. That's a great idea. Shen, you missed a lot of exciting stuff, such as PTSD. Everyone's really having a bad time as the city's burning down.
No,
and
Shen, you didn't miss coffee. You missed PTSD.
I wish. God, Is the Keurig hooked up? I'm gonna go get some coffee.
I will 100% make tea.
Alex, thank you for coming to
Hey,
the
Alex,
stream.
is Robbie with you?
We're not talking to the same Alex.
Oh wait, I mean the cool Alex.
No, I'm talking to the Alex who does Soundtrack Saturday. If you haven't seen Soundtrack Saturday, I'm just gonna give her a quick plug. She does a great job with talking about selecting parts from video game soundtracks. So she does that on her channel. She's been in the chat. Alex Noramaki, thank you very much for joining us. Please spread the good word, and I'm so excited to watch the Majora's Mask soundtrack Saturday. I am gonna go get coffee. Alex is gonna be beside herself with the quick plug. Thank you for all of the great stuff. I keep reading the chat as I'm trying to go make coffee, so I'm just gonna go do it. I'll be right back.
I don't know if I should make tea or not.
I mean, I think we're taking like a couple minutes here.
Okay.
So we will be back to playing. We're not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, tea is great. I've got this really good tea that I make with milk, and then I put it all in. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna make some tea.
I will entertain chat all by myself.
It's your job now, haha. Sucker. I'm kidding. I love you.
break my accent, then I will not get it back. Michael's back. Good. Slimy head. Good time.
Slimy head.
Your slimy head
Can I
is
get a
amazing.
slimy head in the chat?
The slimy head, that's disgusting. Why did
slimy
you
head.
want to take it?
Because it's a big slimy mind flayer head. Why wouldn't I want that? Why wouldn't Kato want that?
I suppose.
The last time we saw anything Mind Flayer related, you almost got sucked into the desert.
Yeah, and now I have a cool head. Anecdotal evidence, alright.
Okay. We're still on break because I'm coffeeing. So it is still break time. Slimy head is pretty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The head, I'm really enjoying this new element.
I think it's pretty good. I like the slimy head.
Yeah, mind flayers, not a thing you want around. If you're not familiar with mind flayers, the interdimensional raiders who came and ruined everything. That is not the people you want hanging around.
Now
If
he
only
belongs
some of the
to
characters
me.
in the party had a personal and traumatic experience with them.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 out of the 4.
Listen, I'm just trying to make good content for everyone. I don't enjoy being a part of people's trauma either, but if it makes good content, I'll do anything.
Hey, Michael, you're part of my character's trauma, but as my brother, you're also part of my personal trauma.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well, that makes it sound like we have a bad relationship. It's not my fault. I want everyone to know that it's not my fault.
I'm just very easy to traumatize.
About the Amy trauma. The thing about mind flayers is that they blast brains. And if I have a head of this thing, that's got a brain in there.
The coffee dispenser, dude. I love that thing. I'm going to have to get up in a couple seconds because my coffee dispensed will be done. Thank you for 12 concurrent viewers. I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are.
Yeah, this is a good time.
This is a good time so far. And we will keep moving. I don't think mind flayers have brains. As much as I read up on the mind flayers,
yes, they
Is it
do.
like
100%.
no, it's a hive. It's a hive mind. I thought it was like the elder brain.
Yeah, but they still have a brain. I think they still have a brain. I would imagine.
For free, free mind flayer vacation. Yeah, I think they have a brain, but they share like all their thoughts. I thought. Okay. Let me check.
I think it's like consciousness or whatever.
Is it a vampire situation where they have to eat brains because they don't have vampires gotta drink blood because they don't have blood.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I guess. I think mind flayers just eat brains because they like them, though. Yeah, that one didn't really sell.
Yeah.
Shen Jensen
Well,
says, my only experience with mind flayers is Stranger Things Season 2 and 3. That is, it's named after, it's got some stuff that's, like, pretty similar to mind flayers, but most of the stuff about mind flayers is completely different. The hive mind stuff is the same.
Stranger Things seems like it just names the antagonists after things that marginally.
Yeah, at least the mind flayer one made sense. The Demogorgon one made no sense.
Yeah.
Because Demogorgon is a real actual demon prince.
Except, I
the
guess
mind flayers are basically...
it made sense because they were fighting the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
They're like Cthulhu-esque motherfuckers.
I have to talk about mind flayers now. It's mind flayer time.
Yeah.
So they're basically these, like, kind of squid people. You know, they have, like, very slimy, kind of like, they have sort of slimy skin and, like, you know how Cthulhu looks? Where he has, like, tentacles around his... Where he has, like, a tentacle mouth. It's like that. And they're smart, but they eat brains. They'll, like, kind of... Their tentacles will latch onto your head, and then they have, like, this sort of circular garbage disposal mouth. Yeah, that's a mind flayer.
Hooliganry is the part of mind flayer.
I'm back and I have tea.
Yeah, I'm back and I have coffee and my lovely literary quotes mug.
Mind flayers are not good.
Mind flayers are not
Jen,
good.
Mind flayers are big bad. You should not like them.
They are really cool though.
No.
They're really
got
cool.
lucky mind
No.
flayers. I am saying that I do have a head of one.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee and we're gonna wrap up.
Wait for it to finish brewing.
We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up Q&A session 1. We'll do another one at the end of the game. At the end of the day. But we're gonna keep on rolling.
To drink real quick and then we'll.
Yeah, that sounds good. You're gonna keep on rolling.
By the way, I am making tea the proper way with milk.
Yeah, oh yuck.
We've had arguments about this.
Yeah.
They were very interesting.
Water tea is better.
Oh no, it's water and milk, but
No, just water tea.
milk tastes better.
This is why I don't drink coffee or tea.
Well, I just make
I like
it
hot
with water.
chocolate a lot. I like hot chocolate a lot, but like I recently really got into tea latte. It's called a tea latte.
That's not tea, dude.
Hot chocolate is better than coffee.
I have a question to pose. For the Moth Company and for the audience.
Okay.
If somebody gave you a mind flayer head, like just a severed mind flayer head, would you keep it?
No.
Yeah.
My answer is 100%.
Yeah.
My answer is
Okay,
100%.
Erica, yes. Urani, absolutely not. She would chuck it out a window and burn it.
Me, yes. Have you seen the Mind Flayer Funko Pop? The Mind Flayer Funko Pop is the best.
This is in real life. In real life, you get a package.
Get a package in the mail.
Movie 7, where it's a dismembered head.
Would it be? Like, is it
very well preserved? It's mummified.
That's good.
Mummified.
Is it like a shrunken head?
Yeah, in the game, yeah, it is. It is shrunken.
Oh, it is?
It's not like completely shrunken, but it's shriveled. So it's not exactly the full size. Because it's slimy, because it's weird.
No one knows.
Wait, so it's
horrible.
It's not preserved. It's like just been sitting there. It's strange.
I see.
It's kind of decaying.
For those of you who have just joined, it's like slightly rotting, but it's also like kind of preserved. We're gonna have great new memes this week. I'm just looking forward for
head
the.
Is now a constant player.
I'm just
Who
looking.
do I have to commission art of? Urani just staring there with Vietnam flashbacks.
Shen, it smells kind of like a mix between like dirty socks and the person who just joined left. They just joined and they're like, oh well, he's talking about a decapitated head.
Yeah, I'm done with this weird nerd shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Shen
no,
messaged
they're
me and said he left as soon as I mentioned tea.
Okay.
We've
Shen.
had some interesting
Shen, come
arguments.
back. And if you want to, yes, Wolfie, please. So for those of you who are unaware, we have a Discord server. Feel free to join in the description. It is
Wolfie,
just.
you make amazing art. I love it. Please make it.
It is just memes and updates on how we're doing, and actually you can, if you're in the server, you can look in the server and you'll see us doing the show right now. So anyway,
Yeah, in the voice channels.
it's kind of cool. We're hanging out. So
Sadly,
anyway,
you cannot join.
come and join. No, that's not sadly. I don't. As much as I love our Moth family, I think it's time that we
As much as we love
keep
the
something
Moth,
for
yeah.
ourselves. Anyway, so yeah,
I don't
come
want to
in.
interact with them on a personal basis.
Excuse you. I do interact with them on a personal basis,
Yeah, I try
and
to
I
be.
love
I try
it.
to be personable with people.
Well, no, but not. I don't want to. You know, there's internet life and there's real life.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Thank you, Megan, for agreeing with me.
That's Megara. That's a cool name, Megara. Yes,
Oh,
Megara.
Megara, I'm sorry. I don't know names, and I'm really stupid.
Oh, that's okay. Relax.
How's that pronounced? Please get back to us.
Okay.
Megara?
I think it's Megara.
And it's cool no matter what.
It is a cool name.
Megara.
We're getting a little off track here.
McGadget, McUseless.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it like 20. I'm gonna take another sip of this coffee, and we're gonna be good to roll. Good to keep going. You got your tea?
I hope that is enough sugar. I added 4 packets of equal.
Megara. That is cool.
Oh,
that is cool. Megara. That is the exact way that none of us were. Thank you, Brian.
Why is Megara doing this show? She's way more interesting than any of us.
It's like the joke where you're so interesting that you have blue hair. I don't have blue hair here. Amy, did you have blue hair? Okay, that explains why you were so interesting. Thanks.
I can confirm the tea is good. I've got an orchid. I've got the stream in the background. I've got tea. I am happy. I also have shiny math rocks.
All right. Well, I took 2 drams of the coffee. So let's keep on.
I am probably gonna buy those amethyst ones that are very expensive, but I don't care.
Okay. So back to the game.
Yeah.
You guys are sitting. In against a decorative wall. There are 4 armored people that look very similar to the other ones that you've seen, standing outside the library, just kind of like twiddling their thumbs, looking at their weapons, just kind of watching the city burn. They don't seem very fazed by it, though.
Bitch.
But they're just kind of sitting there.
Why don't I go around or something, and then we can flank them? Like go around a separate street.
Yeah, there are ways to get by.
Yeah, that could work.
And yeah, Maya, so you draw their attention with an arrow shot, and then I swoop in.
I could get directly behind them, turn into a spider or something.
Oh yeah, wait. Couldn't you can turn into little things, right? How little of a thing can you turn into? If you turn into something little and then just go behind them and turn into a person again, double ambush.
And then I can bonk.
You can bonk.
Yeah, I mean, you got that too.
All right.
I mean, you've got
I have
spells,
magic and I have bonk.
And Pithy is still there, and he's prepping some spells on his own. He's just not talking to you guys. He's prepping some spells.
Loser.
Loser.
He's got to do his thing.
We want to do this. Let's do this.
All right.
Let's do this.
Airden, I'm gonna need you to make a stealth. Okay, so the way that it's laid out is, The library stairs kind of lead out into the rest of the square, and the 4 of them are kind of hanging out on the library stairs, like loosely
I
keeping guard.
disagree that you would have to make a stealth check if you're an actual spider.
Yeah, I would do it with advantage.
If you're just like a tiny spider.
But might I remind you.
Spider in a burning
Yes.
city, nobody's gonna notice.
Stealth.
Yeah.
20.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to sneak behind the armored men with armored man and woman, armored men and women, with little difficulty at all. So you are standing behind them as a little spider. You are able to get.
Signal, I guess.
Yeah, and you're able to get in position as well, Kato, and you are at the other side, kind of opposite to the way that it leads in to the square is its diagonal, so you're at the opposite street.
So we still haven't gotten a chance to eat, have we?
No, you haven't eaten.
All right, great.
Haha.
So your
I
hit,
don't gotta eat.
No.
so your hit points are still down.
Yeah, I have 12 hit points.
Did we recover our rations?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So if you want to eat, now's the time.
Okay.
Assume that we
So,
ate before.
Just a reminder,
I'm
Johnny.
already a
Yes.
The cloak of displacement means that I kind of like am sort of invisible, and I project a little illusion of myself like a foot away from where I'm standing, so people
Okay.
have disadvantage
Yes.
to attack. So anybody has disadvantage to attack me.
Got it.
And then whatever that shield does that give me any kind of increase to AC?
I
anything
believe
like
it's a +2 to AC, because it's just a shield. Or yeah, it's a.
Okay.
Or it takes temporary hit points. So it takes 10 extra
Okay, cool.
hit points before it breaks. Sorry, I just had to,
And I
just had to
also-
quick reference it.
I also have Blade Ward prepped, so if someone tries to hit me, I can cast it.
Yes.
'Cause it only lasts for 1 round.
Yep. So you'd have to
Okay,
use
so I
it.
have 10 temp HP.
Yep.
I
You have
have
10
10
temp
HP.
HP.
Ooh.
All right, great. So I'm going to run my hand along the longsword and spark it with electricity.
All right.
So I take
Take the plasma from your blood. Put it on the
2 damage.
some
So I
bloodborne
have
stuff.
8 temp hit points still.
Okay.
Yeah, do that bloodborne shit.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes. So your longsword has
ready.
been electrified, and you are just standing there. They are kind of they're just kind of hanging out. So yeah, if you're gonna give the
Alright.
signal,
Everyone is permission.
it's the signal.
Yeah, well, mine's the signal, so.
When everyone is in position, I will unleash an arrow.
All right, make an attack check, please.
Make a lot of noise.
Yes. Try to make as much.
It's a very noisy arrow.
I get ready with my quarterstaff.
16.
That's a 16. All right, that will hit. So yeah, make a damage check for me. Damage check.
5 damage.
Okay. So, loosing an arrow into one of the doormen, there's a shout, and the plain armored guards that were standing there level their partisans, withdraw their maces, and get all their weaponry out, and they start to charge toward your position. So you have
Idiots. We're gonna attack.
you've correctly predicted they were gonna go that way.
I'm gonna lunge forward and just kind of clothesline one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, make an attack check, and add your strength to it because you are trying to do something
Yeah.
physical.
Well, that's 24.
All right, sweet. So you
Juicy.
stick an armored hand out, and you see the person. You see one.
Oh
of the
no! With the long sword. So I'm just
Oh,
trying to. It's just a
okay.
flavored way of slashing them.
Oh, I
flavored
thought.
way of
Oh, I thought
slashing.
you were like trying to clothesline. them.
Jokes on you.
Goof. Okay. Yeah.
Jokes
So
on you, Johnny.
you clothesline them, and the person is running so fast that they slit their neck on your blade. and you see
Great, so
they're
I deal 11 damage.
yes, so they're dead.
They dead.
Cool.
Yeah, so you see the body hit the ground immediately after running into it, and it is twitching as the electricity begins to pulse through it, and you hear one of them shout, "They got Roland!" And they're gonna make.
Okay, is there anyone around me still?
They are charging down the stairs toward your friends. So they are close, but they're close, but they're not close enough. So you could like you could turn
within
into
10 feet?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into a person, which I think is a bonus action.
Yeah, it is.
Do it.
And I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor.
Sweet.
I'll have to make anyone within 10 feet of me has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, we'll make a dex saving throw for them. That's a 10.
That does not succeed.
Okay.
So, they take. Everyone who failed takes 2 damage and is knocked prone, and the ground in a 10-foot radius around me is difficult terrain.
Okay. So you're fed up with the fire. There is fire all over the ground, and you quickly just pitch the terrain. You see street tiles, and the very nice square begins to pitch and shift as strange angles begin to pop out. And it gores one of the guard's legs, and it is a woman, and she trips face first, her hair splaying all over the floor. Ground.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit her.
You're gonna give her a bonk. All right.
Johnny, just
I'm
so you
gonna
know,
give
your
her a
mouse is
bonk.
on me.
Your what?
Your mouse is on me, Johnny.
I don't care about my mouse.
Oh yeah, your mouse is on Michael.
It's not on Michael.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
You said you didn't care about your mouse.
Oh, do I still have to -3 from all rolls?
No, you've successfully recovered.
Yay. Then that is a 14 to bonk.
That will hit because they are prone.
Oh, and you have advantage because he's prone.
Oh, you get advantage?
Yes, you get advantage when they're prone.
That is a 19 to bonk.
All right, great. Damage, please.
2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
2 damage from bonk.
you quickly bring your quarterstaff down on the back of the woman's head, and though you don't see any blood, you do see a small goose egg begin to crop up on between their head and their neck. So they have taken damage. Pithy is going to burst out into the square and shoot the firebolt he has been waiting to loose on them. So we will see if that hits. That will hit. And that will do... Alright, sweet. So the woman that has been face firsted into the ground, you see her head has been blasted with a quick shot of fire, and it is shriveled and charred and pretty much melted. So she's dead. And that leaves 2 of them left who are going to... one of the guards, a bald man, is focused upon our dear Cato. He's going to make an attack with his great sword. Alright, sweet. So that's a crit. Okay.
He has disadvantage.
Yeah, that's a 25 and a 10. Damn you! So the bald man has glances his sword off of your magic armor because I hate you, and that does he have multi-attack? No, it's a single attack. All right, great. So there's a bald guy up in your face, and the other one is going for Pithy. Actually, let's see. So. No, it's going to go for Airden, because Airden is closer in terms of my mind's eye. 19. Okay. So, Airden, you have been hacked across the shoulder with a very large, rusty, dented-up, scratched sword, and that will do 8 damage.
I am passed out.
That's no good.
All right. Aridin, your body hits the ground as the sword makes contact with your shoulder. What have you hit? You've hit 0.
Yeah.
Is it time? Is that time of the day already? Okay.
Oh, it's session 2 and
It's
someone's
session
already
2
dying.
and it's save ends. Relax, it's cool.
Throwback to Sada Frada.
Okay. So that will pass turn from Aridin. We won't make you go into save ends just yet. Okay, so we've got.
I'm the healer.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. I didn't do combat, but Aridin is your turn. Or not Aridin. Maya. I'm sorry, I'm getting you too confused. Maya, it is your turn. Maya, there are 2 guards left.
Not dash, but get as close to Aridin as I can. Does that bring me in melee range?
That will bring you in. That will bring you in melee range of the other person. So you're gonna kind of position yourself between the 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And attack with my rapier.
Sweet. A very elegant weapon from a more civilized age. Yes, make an attack for me, please.
14.
All right. So you quickly draw your rapier, and in defense of your friend, you draw blood of the guard. How is there a particular way you're attacking them?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
All right. So you just give him a quick thrust, and it hits their armor and pierces it. So yeah, make damage check for me. What was it?
6.
6. Okay. So it has passed through their armor, and pulling out your weapon, you see that it has been coated in the blood of your enemy, but the enemy has not given way yet. Urani, it is. Sorry, you continue.
To stab
Okay.
once more.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, make another attack check. I'm sorry, I forgot about action surge. I need to let you guys just pass your own turns. Action surge.
21.
That hits. That's a crit. So it's not a nat 20 though. So
No, that's a 16.
sniffle, sob. You're +5. Okay. Yeah. So that's another hit. You can roll damage.
11 damage.
Are you going for a coup de grace, or are you just gonna?
Yes.
Okay. So pulling your blade out, you see the guard. You see the woman, the short-haired woman that you're fighting, puts a hand down to her armor and pulls up the blood. And right as she pulls up the blood, she looks up and sees the blade, your blade, thrusting into her neck. And you stab it right through her neck, give it a quick twist, and pull it out the other side, leaving her head kind of limp to the other way. So you have killed one of them, and there's just one more. Pithy's turn. Actually, no.
Just one. Tell me just one.
Yeah, it's your turn. I know. I was just trying to keep track. All right, lay it on me. What are we looking at here, Kato?
Okay. So I'm gonna make a grapple check. So I'm gonna get behind him and try to, grab his arms behind him, and police cop just push him to the ground with his arms behind him.
Nice. Okay.
Oof.
So that's, I think, athletics against athletics.
Yes, it is.
16.
All right. Well, he got a 10, so you are able to, even though the bald man is struggling, you're able to restrain his arms behind him and press a knee quickly into his back, bringing him down to the ground.
Not on his neck. Not on his neck, guys.
Continue.
Don't do it, guys.
Keep going.
So I say, who are you?
We are the ones who will return this world to the way it belongs. And you are getting in our way. And he quickly spits, and you can see there's blood in his spittle.
Can I do a check to? Are they human?
Yeah, they're humans.
Okay.
Well, if you don't surrender, I'm just gonna kill you. So.
And that will only make my brothers and sisters more devoted to the cause. You know, you remind me a lot of our leader. You have a great quality about you. I can hear it in your voice and see it in the way that you slaughtered my friends. There's a place for you with us. I know you don't see it. But all of this ash has to go so that something might fertilize the trees of tomorrow.
I want to go and I want to sit in front of him and I want to say, "Who do you work for?"
Work for.
Pass it on the ground.
He spits in your face. And we'll see if that hits.
Stop.
That
You
does
gotta
not hit.
stop spitting.
Yeah.
Homie, you gotta stop spitting.
The bald guy has fallen silent.
Alright,
So-
Alright, I'm
going
gonna take my sword and I'm gonna chop his hand off. Just one of his hands.
Okay. So you behand him.
Like,
and
apparently we're torturing him.
What
now.
do you think now? Anything coming back to you?
A torture?
And you see him tuck his bloodied stump beneath his armpit. Yes, yes. You'll come and see us soon, the revisionists. We're everywhere. There's a lot of work to be done before we can start to rebuild.
Well, welcome to hell. And I chop his head off.
Nice. Can I roll to see if I recognize what the revisionists are?
Sure,
is-
you can. Yeah, it's a history check.
That's the white flag guys.
She
Those
just
were the white flag guys.
If it fell out of my hand, does that count?
fell out of your. Sure.
Like I was rolling it. Nat 1.
Why did you? Oh, I was trying to re-roll it. I was trying to be nice to you.
I was gonna
Trying
say,
to throw you a
like,
bone. You sounded
I
like
was
you were
trying
more
to
excited
say it
about
without
that.
being like, "Oh, I rolled a nat 1. Can I re-roll?" Because that seems very slimy.
That's fine.
So-
Just re-roll it.
Section S were those white flag guys.
What do I add to it?
It's a history check, so
It's a
be.
history check.
Yeah.
9.
Okay. You can't tie the revisionists. You've never heard the name. Because it's more of like a contemporary thing. So you haven't heard the name before, but you can guess that it's probably those guys that had the white flags, and
Okay.
have been systemically burning down the city. Which, speaking of, the fire has made its way to the square. And luckily there is not much wood between the library and the square, but you can see that buildings are starting to pitch and tilt as the fire is just overtaking them.
Okay. Let's get into the library now. I would like to live.
Yes. I will
Someone
ask-
please pick me up
Yeah.
or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
While,
Oh, I forgot.
okay, while Kato and Urani are interrogating this revisionist, I am talking to Pithy
okay.
and asking if he has any healing magic.
Well, I remember learning a spell a little while ago. Let's see if I still know the words. And he starts.
Pithy's gonna murder me.
Yeah, he starts speaking. Let's see if he succeeds. So he starts speaking and laying his hands on Erden, just on their wounds. And okay, okay. So Erden, you feel life, a little bit of life ebb back into your body, and you kind of the blood begins to clot on your wounds, and you see Pithy above you kind of grinding his teeth. And you can see they're all yellow and stained. Well, it wasn't quite what I meant to do, but it should patch you up for now. Come on, let's get in.
Yes, I'll pick up Erden.
Okay. Erden, you have been stabilized to 1 hit point.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, so we going in. We going in.
We're going in.
Once we go in, I want to ask, can I do a medicine check to see if I can try and
Do you have a
Give
medicine?
Airden more hit.
Do you have a
points?
medicine kit?
I have an herbalism kit.
Sorry, that's not gonna help you.
Okay, thanks. I just have +4 to medicine.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna help you unless you're.
I didn't pick it. It was part
No,
of the
I'm not.
thing.
All right, whatever. Don't get angry at me, dude.
Mm.
Okay.
I saw you roll your eyes. Go ahead.
Making your way into the library, you're met with an airy ground floor with chunks of shimmering crystal embedded in the ceiling. It's casting the place into a soft white glow. Pithy has came in swiftly, and he's walked in like he's on a mission. You see his blue cloak kind of splaying out behind him, and he quickly, smartly turns around. We don't have long at all. I hope you know what you're looking for. I will meet you here in about 20 minutes' time. And he turns around and he makes his way toward the spiral staircase in the room's center. So the way the room is laid out is there's kind of all sorts of reading alcoves and other things. And there's a large desk between you and the spiral staircase. And there's a spiral staircase that's leading up into the library. And you just see him quickly descend the stairs, and he disappears from view.
So what are we looking for?
You gotta look.
Also,
I think we got our own stuff to look
just
for.
as suddenly as Pithy did, looking for anything relating either to wizards, the Wizards Guild's hold, or the Crimson Order.
All right.
specifically.
You haven't
Anything
found.
relating to magic.
You've found one or two books, but this area isn't devoted to books. But you have found a small registry. That's kind of a large volume.
Library is not known for their books.
Well, this floor of the library is not known for their books. It's more of like a lobby area.
Well, we'll venture to other floors, I thought.
Yeah, so there's nothing really on this floor. There's like a couple of old books that have been laid out. So there are 20 floors of the library.
Is there a directory?
Yes, there's a directory. There's a registry.
Thank God.
So there is the registry / common area, which is the first floor that you're on. There's historical exhibitions, which is on the floor above you. Folk and fables on the third floor. Research and references on the fourth floor. Maps and blueprints are on the fifth floor. And there are about 10 levels of study rooms. Or study rooms are kind of like meeting areas in between those. There's an astronomy floor. It just keeps going on until it's like the conjecture room, which is just a lecture hall. But there's no
That's really good.
but there's no rooms on a lower floor that are registered in the registry.
Like where he went.
Yeah, there's nothing on there. There's nothing on there saying about a basement level.
Still don't trust
I
this guy.
will
I feel like he's into
Neither
some
do
dark,
I.
weird shit.
research and references room.
I don't
look
trust him
for
either.
Anything
Okay, so you're heading for research and reference.
to magic Crimson Order.
Okay, off to research and reference.
Is there a book that would possibly have like information on different families?
You said information, research and reference.
I go to research and reference then.
What's that? You're looking for actual information? Kato, what are you up to?
You want knowledge? I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna go to the folks and fables.
Folk and
I'm
fables
gonna look
section.
for stuff on mind flares, just because I got a new best friend.
Your best friend. You gotta figure out. Find him a.
I'm just gonna turn
and,
him again.
and also a lot of like orc
That damn
fables
head.
and stuff. That sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, it's
And
mine.
Airden, what are you up to?
Get rid of the damn head.
Are there like windows?
There are. Strangely, there are no window. There are a few windows on the bottom floor. So they're kind of laid out.
did
What's up? Sorry, you cut out.
Did it look like there were windows like on the top floor?
No.
Okay. Well then, I guess I'll follow Pithy.
Sweet. So you're going down. Okay. So we will go to research and reference first. Everyone, strap in your seatbelts for research and reference.
For Eridan to be our first in-house murder. It's
First
gonna be great.
in-house murder. Okay. So, we will go to that section of the notes.
Back, your fingertips are gonna be burned off.
Making your way up the staircase, you find the stairs have collapsed past the 4th floor. But you have been able to kind of tiptoe your way up to the 4th floor, which is research and reference.
Good.
And a vast library spreads out before you from where you are, with mazes of shelves and bookcases laid out in neat rows, lit by flickering lanterns that are kind of floating overhead. Yeah, so this place is clearly there. It's about 10 rows wide, and it just stretches back. But there is a small kind of
labels of any kind.
Yeah, there's a small kiosk by the door. That
I will look through that to figure out where any magic-related research would be.
So, as you're looking through the
I'll
kiosk, you hear a light grinding of some kind of metal, followed by a light spring sound. And some kind of creature pops up from out of the kiosk. It is shaped like a book, and it is metal. Hello, may I help you find something?
Yes. Almost any research pertaining to magic.
The magic section. Interesting. Well. If you'll follow me, Master, I will take you right to where you were going. And there's a spring-like motion as the creature or being pops out. And it kind of does like a flip and hits the ground. And little metal legs sprout out of it. So what you're seeing is pretty much this book, this volume that just has little metal arms and legs, and it starts to.
Did you make
Jaunt
the library have a Clippy?
It just starts to jaunt down one of the aisles, and you can see there's a little like light coming out from the top of it.
I would die for him. I love him so much. We just lost Amy.
Okay.
Uh-oh. We're gonna take a
brief technical break.
Brief break.
Quick 5-minute technical break.
Third time's the charm. Charm.
Because it's
I
gonna.
can go check on them since we're in the same house.
Sounds
I'm out of
great.
tea anyways.
Yeah, I'm out of coffee, so quick break.
calling it slime.
Hey guys, sorry about everything that's all messed up. We're just going through some quick technical difficulties. So don't mind us.
You know,
Windows is the worst.
really.
We're still streaming. We're just taking a quick time out. That's all. Going back to off now. Bye bye. And we're back. Welcome back to the Moth Company.
Wow. Amy, do some talking.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
It's coming through all right. I
Talk
just
some
need to tweak you guys.
It's fine. Mark is quiet.
And we're tweaking.
tweaking.
Always tweaking.
Tweak. That was my dance.
Thank you, Loogie Gang. Get out,
Gang.
Michael. Yes, and we're
Anyone wants
back.
to take control of Kato?
There was technical difficulties.
Sorry, you were heading out for the. You didn't miss anything, Magura.
Yeah, you missed
Sorry, we're like slipping back into chat mode. You left for 5 minutes and you picked the perfect time to leave because
Yeah.
you literally
Truly.
missed nothing. Okay, so yes, you are in the research section, research and reference, and you found a little book guy who has
Little baby.
who is walking you through the mess of books, and finally the little book stops and he turns around and looks up and gives you a nice smile and says, "Alrighty, happy researching." And he turns around and immediately starts to walk away.
Thank you.
Can I try and stop the bookman?
Sure.
Did you
Okay.
follow me?
No, I kind of just waited, hoping he would come back.
Okay.
So I'll just wait for him to come back.
Yeah, so he's returned back to his spot, and you see him climbing up on the desk to hop back in his little slot on top of the kiosk.
Wait. I don't. Just wait a moment. I also have a question.
What can I do for you?
I love him. I love him so much. Okay. I'm sorry.
Can he leave the library?
I hope so.
He can't?
I will cry. I was hoping if you could help me find anything on people.
People, notable
Like
individuals,
records of people,
records
families,
of people,
crests, symbols.
family records. Yeah, I can take you there. And he quickly jumps back down and hits the ground and kind of springs a little bit, and then he starts doing a jaunty little walk down the aisles and takes you in that
I love
direction.
him. I love him.
Okay,
You know who he sounds like? He sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog.
you're too
No,
slow.
he is
Sorry.
better than Sonic.
Um,
He is a
Yeah.
baby.
Okay,
I would
so
die for him
Maya,
or them.
Yes.
what are you looking for?
I'm just looking for any research I can find in the development of magical spells.
Okay. So you find two novels, or two, not novels, because they're research books. You find two volumes of particular interest. An analysis of the crack and other planar instabilities, and Magic in the Populace, which is a research piece about magic and its effect on people at large. And Urani, you are following the little book guy. He's kind of like he's kind of a bronze book. So he's about 2 feet tall, 1 foot wide, and he's walking down. And he takes a quick left turn and walks about halfway down one of the endless aisles of mahogany bookshelves, and he stops. And he points to a shelf that just has like records of families from this year to this year, and kind of like based on area and race and like all that stuff. And he's kind of like, all right, happy reading. And he turns around and starts to head back to his chamber. All right, cool. So you guys are doing some reading. Let's take a look at where the rest of the group is. Okay, so Kato, you are in Folk and Fable. This is the most interesting library day. And coming out of the stairs, it seems you've stepped into a forest clearing, with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves around you. And there's a gentle wind that seems to ruffle like your clothes. There are bookshelves carved into trees, and in kind of surrounding small fireplaces sitting in these clearings without ash.
What the fuck? I guess I'm just gonna slowly, trepidatiously walk forward and start kind of trying to find the kind of tomes I'm looking for.
Okay. So taking a step forward, you put your foot through the floor. So you just walk forward and you hear the sound of wood splintering as your booted foot goes through the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my foot out of the floor
Okay.
and kind of like feel around a little bit
All
for any
right.
more
Let's see.
pulls.
Like soft spots. Yeah, make a dexterity check. I guess that's what that would fall under. Because it is based off
That's
of.
great. That's a 10. It's a 10.
All right. You feel around and you manage to feel a couple more soft spots in the floor. Kind of like on your left and right, but you're able to find an area that seems relatively stable.
Let's start looking through there.
All right. So yes,
Through the tomes.
you head in and you find a book called The Orcish Guide to the Planar Sea, which is a fictionalized account of an orc trading crew and all of their wacky hijinks sailing the planar seas.
Oh.
You did
Is
go
the
into
answer
the
42?
You did go into the folk and fable section, so.
Oh, wow.
So it's
Is
kind of like,
the answer to life, the universe, and everything 42?
no, it's 25.
Is there anything on mind flayers that I can find?
No, it seems like they usually they tried to stay away from that stuff. These are like kids' novels, kids' books. Actually, there is one.
Buddy,
There
I
is
need
one
something
book.
to read soon.
There is Lavore of Dane, and on the cover it is a man with flowing blonde hair and a glistening sword standing on the pile of mind flayers that are dead.
Sick. What kind of book is it?
It seems to be a human fairy tale about a warrior who kills all the mind flayers and brings world peace.
God, we wish.
It's a good book. What is it called again?
It's called Lavore of Dane. All right, cool. So you're in the folk and fable section. Let's go downstairs with Airden. Okay, Airden, following the blue-robed man downstairs, you enter a cold and austere hallway with marble walls and smooth stone floors. The area is lit with a cold white light emanating from nowhere in particular, and Pithy is ahead of you, walking with little inhibition, and he turns a corner and keeps on going.
Okay, I'm gonna try to, okay, I'm not gonna be creepy about it, but I'm gonna try to go without him noticing me for as long as I can.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna make a stealth check, I assume?
Okay. Do I have advantage on that because I'm a brute?
Yes, you do, because of your boots. Also, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay. Well, for stealth, I didn't do great. I got 11.
Okay. All right.
And perception, I got a 10.
Okay, cool. So you're sneaking forward quietly, and as you sneak forward, you feel your foot recess into the floor a little bit, and a powdered spray begins to spray out of the walls, and it begins to touch your skin, and it is hot. It is like pop rocks on your skin. Like your skin you feel like it's bubbling as it hits your skin, and you're gonna take 4 damage. And it is like a burn.
Passed out again.
It is a burning, itching sensation.
I was at 1 hit point.
Shit. Okay. Well, great.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah. So you have been knocked unconscious by pepper spray in the walls, which was not meant to kill you. It's only meant to hurt you. Okay, great. So we'll go back up to the research and reference section. How are you guys doing up there?
I am looking through every book from what year is it now?
In the world, there are no records beyond like 1300.
So I am not able. Do we know how long ago 1300 was?
That's about when the war got to like its worst.
Right. Then I'm trying to look through human records.
Okay.
As best as I can, with what little information I have.
You're trying to find something. Okay.
Trying to find something.
Make an insight check. Because that is more. I would say it's history, but it's not something you remember. You're just going off a gut feeling.
Yep. 18.
Okay. You are tracing your finger through a book of family names, and you stop by one. It's Rathtree. It seems familiar to you. It seems like something you've seen before. Like there's just some kind of magnetism about the Rathtree family that seems familiar to you.
I try and see anything I can find about that family.
Okay, make a perception.
I have a whole circle of books around me in the middle of the eye.
So you're just sitting there. Yeah, make a perception check as we go over to Maya. Maya, how are you
Oh, I
doing
don't-
in terms of...
Yeah, I've just taken the research and put it in my bag or something for
Yeah, so you've just taken the books and
reference.
Yep, okay.
And do I know about how long it's been since we split ways?
It's been about half an hour.
Alright, so
Oof.
we're 10 minutes overdue to meet Bethy. I'm going to see if I can find Urani.
Okay,
With
yeah,
my
make a
self-law.
perception check.
Perception. 22.
Wandering through the shelves of the library, you haven't seen her yet. It seems like the shelves and the aisles just go back and back and back and back and back and back. Like, oh, it is way larger than you thought it was on the outside. And finally, you do stumble across Urani, surrounded by a pile of books.
Hey, we're 10 minutes late to meet Pithy.
What, 10 minutes late?
Library. Yes, it's been about half an hour.
Okay, I grab the 2 books, one that has the name and one that I was looking through that had like more information on it, and I go.
Okay, so you have it's the Compendium of Families, and you have Families of the East, which is the book that you found with a section about the wrath trees in it. Alright, so we're going to go back to Cato. Sorry to leave you hanging. So you're sitting in the Folk and Fable section with your new friend.
Alright, well, this is pretty much all I needed, so I'm just gonna head back.
Okay, so you start heading
back.
downstairs.
Try not to fall through the floor.
Okay, so you start heading back downstairs, and of course I can't leave Aridin hanging any longer. So we will leave Aridin. Aridin, you have somehow you've recovered from your pepper spray. So
You were caught.
even though you're covered in burning, itchy spray, you have recovered. And there's a room with brass doors on your left.
Is that the only door?
That's not the way you came, but that's the only door you've seen.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay.
Which historically has worked out great so far.
So the brass doors have been left listing, and stepping over a split silver chain, you enter this room. It's a quiet room with stone drawers built into the walls, and each has a very ornate keyhole placed neatly in the middle of the drawer. Pithy has been working on a drawer for a few minutes now, and he pays you no mind. A lot of these drawers have been left open, and their contents are empty, but there are a few drawers that are still shut.
Can I get a closer look at the drawers?
Yeah, sure you could. So looking at them, they are just inlaid into the wall, and there's just the only way you can tell what they are is because they have a thin kind of outline where it's been cut so the drawer can slide open, and because of the keyholes.
I guess I'll just say to Pithy, what's down here?
Pithy turns around surprised and looks at you for a moment with very harsh eyes, and then kind of softens. These are the archives. This is a section of the library that the librarians and a few other scholars would have access to. Sadly, I lost my copies of the keys, but I remember how to get them open. And the drawer, as he says that, he is fiddling with a tool, and the drawer that he's working on pops open. And he picks up whatever's in the drawer because he's kind of like blocking the drawer with his body, and he picks whatever's in it and tucks it into his cloak.
That ain't suspicious
Yeah, that's not just. I was just thinking, not suspicious at all.
at all.
Well, I suppose that you might want one of two of these open. You want to give me a try, or you want to let me give it a try?
Sure, go for it.
All right. So Pithy begins to work on one of the locks, and within a few seconds he snaps it open, and within there is a book with elvish writing on it. And you can read it as concerning elven nobility. And there's a like lock, there's a lock on it. There's a chain and a lock on this book. And it is a fairly thick volume.
Okay, I want to read that book.
And
Can I try to break the lock?
yeah, sure. You can give it a quick lockpick.
Oh, I was just gonna hit it with one of my swords.
Oh yeah, you could just hit it with one of your swords.
So do I roll for that?
No. So you take out one of your weapons and quickly bash your hilt against the lock. So yeah, make a strength check for me.
Okay. Not my best skill. 10.
Okay. So with a couple of bashes with your pommel, you're able to break the lock, and the chain
This book is super fragile.
falls to the floor. And you see you have dented the cover of the leather cover of the book, but it is not too badly beat up. So you have the book, and it is uncovered. And Pithy has been working on a couple of the other locks, and he's popped them open, and he has pulled out a couple of scrolls and a map. And he's kind of tucked that stuff into his pockets, and he's drawn himself up and walked over and said, "Well, if you want any other drawers cracked, let me know. There's a couple other ones that are still unlocked, but I think it's time we head upstairs."
Yeah, I want to make sure the fire hasn't spread too far.
You're going to be all right? I can conjure water if we need to.
Thanks, I'll be fine. I've dealt with it before.
All right, well, trust me, I've got your back if you need it. And he kind of turns around and heads out of the room.
We do not trust him.
All right, and as
Shenaniganery.
you're all kind of standing in the entrance of the Grand Library. Kato, have you guys been speaking?
I'm just saying, I just finished talking. So yeah, I mean, I think the slime is from like just the like mummification process, but I think overall it's just gonna keep things nice and safe, and this will keep it from. So anyway, what do you guys find?
I am going to say this one more time, and many more times. Get rid of the damn head.
You're not very good at convincing.
I'm gonna try and grab the head from him.
Okay, make a dex check against his. I'm sorry, Maya.
Can I use strength to like try and push her to try and keep her back instead of dex?
Yeah.
That's a 9.
Well, I got 15, so
All
it's
right.
mine. It's mine.
Give me.
You can't have it.
Rid of the damn head.
So
My damn head.
It is horrible. They stop it.
you arrive back upstairs, Erden, to the scene of Urani desperately reaching for the Mind Flayer head on Kato's belt as he is kind of like shoving Urani back away from it.
This is the first time I've seen the Mind Flayer head, right?
Yes, this is the first time you've seen it in its full glory.
Can I roll to see if I vomit?
Yeah, that's a Constitution check.
Do I have to roll to see if I go into a panic attack or not?
No, you've already sucked all of the panic out of this one.
Already
Wait.
sucked up all the panic.
I got
You already drank its memory
I got a
juice.
12.
Okay, well it's a DC 10, so you feel the bile coming up, and you feel the acrid taste of it in your mouth, but you don't vomit. You're able to keep it in.
I don't get what's so bad about this thing.
What do you mean you don't
It's
get
dead.
what's so bad about a fucking mind flare?
It's like killing a racist. It's like they're dead now. I don't get it.
It doesn't matter if it's alive or dead. It's still horrible.
Can I cast Frostbite at the head?
Sure.
Everybody trying to get this head.
Okay, the head has to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a head. It's a beheaded head.
Doesn't succeed.
It's a 15.
How did a head beat me?
Okay. So while you're casting Frostbite on the head, you see a flickering shadow cross in front of you. And lit by the raging flames behind them, a group of 10 armor-clad people storm into the entrance of the library and stop short before crossing the threshold. At their head is a 6'5" mass of metal, wearing a helm with a sharp cover protruding from the front like a head of an axe. Excuse us. We're trying to get in.
What, do you have some reading to do?
I mean, knowledge is for everyone. Go for it.
All right. So they go in, and you see the armor-clad people kind of spread out, and they are all carrying torches, and they're kind of like chucking them forward.
this
They're chucking them
great
all around the
decision.
ground.
Hey,
Throwing the torches?
what are you doing?
Well, I don't. We're
If
burning.
only we had thought for a second.
We're burning down the library. It's okay. We'll make sure you get out.
I try to stamp out one of the torches.
All right. Yeah.
Or I try stamping out as many as I can
Okay.
before
I don't know
anything
if
can
you
catch fire.
noticed, but you're not really
Maya
welcome here.
Draws her sword.
I hadn't noticed until you had threatened us. So, since you're the leader of this motley crew, tell you what.
Mothy crew.
If you can somehow kill me or best me in combat, whatever you would like to do, then we'll get out of your hair and we'll even put out the torches. But otherwise, we'll have to burn this place down, just like we were sent to burn the rest
Punch
of
him in the
city.
face. I haymaker him.
All right, yeah,
Right
give him a haymaker.
Before he finishes, I right hook him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make an attack check.
Do I get any advantage or anything if he's surprised? Is he surprised at all by this?
He's not surprised.
Okay, cool. 18.
Okay. Yeah, so you punch you. Okay. So you go to swing wide at his helmeted head, and he thrusts up and boom catches your hand, catches your arm in his gloved hand, and you feel the pressure of the metal kind of like clamping down on it. And he shoves it aside and says, "Have at you!" And roll for initiative.
Is this all of us rolling?
No.
Just
Yes.
the two.
I am fighting him.
Yeah,
too.
no, keep out of this. Keep out of this. This is honor.
Nat 20.
I have 1 hit point and
Hey,
there's
nice.
fire now. I am 2 seconds from running away. Also, fuck yeah.
I'm sorry. Knowledge is important.
Impressive, and Urani is going first on initiative.
I got an unnatural 20.
Okay, so Urani and Kato, and I have to see what his initiative bonus is if he has any. No, he doesn't. That sucks. That sucks, man. Alright, so it's Urani, then Kato, and then our friend.
Our friend Armor Man.
Okay.
I suppose before I crush you, I should tell you that I am Kalim. It helps to know the name of the man I am going to duel with.
You know.
Hmm. All right. Well, bring it on.
From the side, I just mind strike.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So he's gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's an intelligence save.
It's intelligence.
Actually, it's not a strike. It's more of a sliver, I'd say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up the name.
I'd put it at more of a sliver out of a
strike.
out of a hit to strike. I'd put it at a sliver.
Okay.
Figure out your spell save. Is it 10 plus your charisma modifier or your whatever modifier you use for the spellcasting ability?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus proficiency.
So your spell save is
Plus
8
proficiency,
plus proficiency. 8 plus proficiency plus charisma. For you, at least. It's just with
Okay. Okay, yeah, then I was right when I did it.
What was your spell save?
13.
18.
Damn it!
So he wheels around and with an armored hand points at you, and you see the armored and weaponed masses behind you begin to surge forward as they are going to get you. 10 of them, to be exact.
Okay, I run.
All right. Yeah, make an athletics check. And Kato, it is your turn.
I tried.
All right. I just
20 again.
All right. You begin scrambling up the stairs as quickly as your feet can get you, and you have ran upstairs. As no one has managed to follow suit. So you have successfully ran the hell away.
Like 20 people were coming after me, and I'm like, nope.
Well, I see.
I say, sorry about my friend. She doesn't know about honor much.
I'll allow it.
I yell down, bitch!
That's a 12, so I don't hit. I definitely don't hit.
No, you don't hit him. So
okay, cool.
You bring your sword down on him, and he quickly parries it and shoves it back. And you can see that his blade is, while mostly clean, it is a weapon of some kind of. It is a familiar weapon. It is a Crimson Order sword that is kept in pretty well shape. It's no rust on it, no blood stains, no warps or bends. It seems like he takes good care of his weapon. And okay. Okay, so he's gonna attack. That's a crit. All right.
You just roll the crit fail.
Yeah. So he brings his sword up and quickly does a quick 1-2 with it, and you see he knocks his helmet off as he brings his sword up. He knocks his helmet off, hits his head with the pommel, and you can see his bald head, his bloodied, bald orc head.
Oh.
And
God.
before you're able to react to that, he brings his sword down on you for 16 damage.
16 damage. All right.
Now I know why I liked you so much. Brothers in arms.
What? You're some kind of Crimson Order asshole?
No, I respect you. That's why I'm leaving your friends alive. I just understand the necessity of what we have to do here. And that is his turn.
Well, maybe you should reconsider.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, I'm not trying to intimidate him. We're just making some talk. We're just making small talk while we fight.
Okay. So that passes turn to Urani. Actually, Urani, you've disengaged, so.
Yeah,
duel.
I'm just. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Leave out of this duel. Leave out of this duel.
You were addressed.
You see Pithy in the back, and he's reading. He has a scroll out, and he's frantically reading from the scroll.
Yes. I'm going to approach Pithy and ask if there's any other things that he thinks should be recovered.
Between mumbling words that you don't quite understand, he says, "If you can get anything from the bottom floor, now is the time. There's a room in there I didn't get the chance to go into. It's just go down the stairs and take a quick left. You'll see it on the right side."
All right, I can
All right. So he goes back to muttering. Okay.
go down to the bottom floor, I guess.
Cool. So you enter the room. You enter the chamber. The hallways, marble hallways, stone floors. The light is emanating from nowhere in particular, and you make a quick left. Can you make a perception check, please?
Yes. And there goes my die.
Da-da-da.
That's a nat 1.
Nat 1. Okay. That's a 4.
Unless a passive perception of 13 would catch it.
Okay. So you wander by and you see a tripwire that has been frayed with magic, with a bit of magic, kind of like trickery. And you are able to. Is the stream down? No, the stream is okay. Sorry. So you are able to slip by and you arrive to the chamber that you are looking for. And it is a pair of dark wooden doors.
Alright, let's enter.
Alright, so pushing over the chamber, you wander in and you find the dark door. You find the dark. Alright, so you're greeted by the only other chamber on the floor, which is a meeting room where a circular table inlaid with scrollwork sits alone. The chairs are plush, but not too ostentatious, and some shriveled documents are in the center of the table, as if they were left there.
Well, I will take the documents.
All right. Yes, so you've taken the documents, and you are, I assume, just like running out.
Yeah, see if there's anything else I can see in the...
No, there's nothing else in this room. But it seems there are some different kind of symbols from people, which is strange. They're all kind of scroll symbols with some kind of torch in the center of them. All right, so that passes turn. Kata, you're in combat still.
So I'm going to attack with my longsword again.
Okay, just gonna try to hit him.
Yeah, I rolled a 2,
All
so
right.
that's probably not gonna hit.
Yeah, so he.
Just so you know.
I know.
Yeah, just to remember, he does have disadvantage on all attacks against me.
Yes.
Because of my displacement clip.
Yep.
That only works if he hits me, though. Then it doesn't work until the beginning of my next turn. So if he does manage to hit me, then there's no disadvantage until the beginning of my next turn.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Now.
So you.
So that's my attack.
You bring your sword at him in a clumsy strike, and he sidesteps it quickly, and he is going to try to thrust his blade at you. Okay. Well, that's not gonna fail.
I'm gonna do what?
Yeah. So I did the disadvantage. Oh, that's interesting. So that's a nat 20, and a 6, and a 14. Okay. So he brings
I was like, a kiddo didn't die.
He brings his sword forward to try to ram it through your armor. And he succeeds. So that's double damage, I believe. That's how
I'm gonna do blood. I'm gonna do blood curse of the eyeless.
6.
So subtract 1 from that. Does it still hit?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna amplify it. So that's subtract 1 from all of his attacks.
Okay.
Until the beginning of my next turn. So I take 3 damage. So I'm at 7 hit points.
Okay. So he.
How did he get a nat 20 with disadvantage?
Multi-attack and a good roll. So yes.
Wait. No.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on. How
What?
does that even work? Does that mean that he got 2 nat 20s?
Yes, you did.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, man, I'm not
Damn.
goofing you. It's just a really good roll. So anyway,
I'd rather say you were. Okay.
he thrusts his blade through your stomach, and you see him get close to you, and he takes the sword out respectfully, leaving a clean wound. He doesn't thrust it, he doesn't twist it, and you collapse on the ground. And he doesn't stand to finish you off. He just steps this kind of nods respectfully at you and steps aside.
Endurance. I
Um,
remain at 1 hit point.
Yeah, and right as you are, you're beginning to succumb to your wounds, and you see the blood pouring out of your wound in your chest. You are thrust out of the moment as a teleportation spell goes off, and right before you lose consciousness, you feel yourself lying on a cold stone floor. And you guys have been teleported somewhere. You've been teleported to a cavern.
All of us?
Yes, and Pithy is drenched in sweat. He's pale beyond all belief, and he sits down with a very deep. He sits down with a very, very deep sigh. So, what now? And that's today's session.
I thought Kira was gonna die. I was
Beat
panicking
me.
there.
Yes.
It's fine. I'm still at 1 hit point. I'm still alive. Technically, he didn't beat me.
Hey, Sam.
There's no way he could have beat me with my 1 hit point.
Yep.
Kaleem, that motherfucker.
Kaleem.
That motherfucker rolled 2 nat 20s. That asshole.
Challenge level 5?
He's only CR 5. I could have beat him. I'm gonna CR 5.
100.
Doesn't that mean? Doesn't CR5 mean a party of 5 a party of level 5?
5.
Yeah.
Would have.
He could have
good
taken
Well,
fight.
not.
And you
I
weren't
couldn't have
taking
beat
him
him on
solo?
rank,
Yeah. That was
Yeah, I
the.
was taking it solo.
Alrighty, well, thank you for tuning into session 2. You know what time of the day it is. It's time for our 3 viewers to have a lovely Q&A with us as part of Q&A
I'm one of those viewers. I hope you know.
round 2. I see it in the background. You're not allowed to ask any questions because that's not how that works.
Also, hi Wolfie, welcome back.
Hi, Wolfie.
You missed
Doll my
Kiddo
dust.
almost dying.
I didn't almost die. I'm fine.
You're at 1 hit point.
Almost died.
I'm at 1 hit point.
with
I'm
a
fine.
grievous
Oh,
injury.
Megara, we are level 2.
Thank you, Wolfie. Yeah. So, if you guys are new viewers, please. I see Magura is definitely new. Thank you for joining us, Magura. If you're a new viewer, just leave me a quick message and we'll give you some shout outs. Wolfie, you're new? I thought you've been one of the.
No, Wolfie's not new.
Wolfie's not new. Okay, no shout out. No
You
shout
were
out
here
for
last
Wolfie.
time.
You jerk. I'm joking. Thank you for coming back. Alter the trash. It's weird because I didn't read the chat really last time, but thank you for coming and joining.
And Megan, yes, I have been using milk instead of water for my tea.
Megan, our wonderful stream mod, thank you for reprising your role.
Woo!
Wait,
Megan.
He beat me so bad.
Magora, yes, thank you for coming and following my shameless self promo link. Yeah.
He beat me so bad, guys.
You got
beat me so
whooped.
bad.
You got whooped.
I got whomped.
I guess you just have to get better and go at him again.
yeah.
He won.
Honor. You were doing like a whole For Honor stuff, and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, well.
For honor. I mean, I lost.
I mean, it
was
basically.
honorable.
Yes. Well, yeah, you're right. But I appreciate you
doesn't
actually
mean
coming to join us. But thank you. Please come join the Discord server to come bother us more. We do like being bothered. our daily
You want me to post
lives.
a link to it in the
Okay.
chat? Can I post a link to it?
I think it might be
Thank you all
flagged
to the
as spam.
trash.
In the description.
Yes.
Thank you all to the trash for saying that Kato is your new favorite boy. He's my favorite boy too. I birthed him.
I did just put a link to it
I
in the
birthed
chat.
him
Woo!
fully
Thank you.
formed from my head like Athena.
Like
Please, I'm begging you.
Yeah,
Please,
Gail does a
Anakin.
Gail does a great job, trying to run the Discord server, and
Gail's
to,
also a phenomenal meme maker.
to Gail's credit, I can't believe Michael said he didn't want to be friends with me in real life. That's tragic.
I didn't say that.
That's tragic.
I didn't say that. I would never say that, Megan.
I can't
You're
believe
good
you would say
friends,
that.
and I am friends with you IRL.
Hey, Johnny, very important message. I hate you.
Yeah, I know. I hate you too. You're out of all the people I've ever met, you're the least favorite person ever.
Thank you. It means so much.
Thank you, Doll My Dest. Which I do like that. I do like that name. That rings off the tongue very well for
Doll
the
My Dest.
compliments.
Invite your friends.
Please, yeah, invite your friends. We're always looking for new people to come rag on us. It makes my life a little better on Sunday.
100%.
It is a great way to start the week, is to come and ruin God's day, as we were saying.
Ruin God's, rake it through the mud.
And even though you guys can
Yeah.
you can come and you can watch this episode, we'll put up 2 parts throughout the week. It's not the same as being able to talk to all of you as we're playing. Or not as we're playing. Not as we're playing.
We made that mistake last time.
Yes, but as we're going through it, stealing the kneecaps of the Discord group because they. Oh yeah, that's not a bad.
It's the win group, right? You're stealing the win group's kneecaps.
The win. Yeah.
Just to be sure.
Getting some welcomes. I like it. Doll
Oh,
My Dest,
Bird. Bird couldn't make it, but I love her so much.
Bird. Send our best to Bird. Tell her that the episodes will be up if she wants to catch up, or she can get the TLDR next week. Desi is great. I really love everyone that's come to support us so far, and we're only 2 sessions in.
We really love the Mafia. We really love
our Mafia and our terrible inside jokes. And I think we're gonna have some good ones from tonight.
Do not I will make merch. Do not test me.
Don't.
For the slime head.
The slime head, yeah.
No.
Slime head.
The MVP of the session.
Y'all, you don't. No.
The slime head.
Slime head is MVP.
Y'all don't understand.
I mean, I know. We said the book. Our new book
boy.
friend.
Book friend. Bookman. We love him.
Sadly, we never will. We might never see him again.
Because he's currently burning to death.
Because the books are, he might be melted. He might be melted.
Megara, thank you. I vote we burn the head.
Don't burn the head. I like the head.
Protect book baby, burn the head, both of which I agree with.
I'm on Shen Jensen's side in terms of the head. I think that's a great toy.
And H in the chat if you support the head. H in the chat for every person that supports the head. For us people in the Discord, I'm gonna go.
Megara, all mine players are bad. All mine players are bad.
Wow.
I'm gonna put H in the chat.
Yeah, getting quick for
thank you for
Shen
H
is,
in the
Shen
chat.
is
Maybe.
just dumping them on
Who can
us.
make an emote for AMAB?
Alright. We're definitely going to have a great time at the Discord with interacting with everyone.
Whoever makes an emote for AMAB, I will love you until I die.
Decapitated monster heads make a great toy. Yeah,
I'm just as smart as your dad. Okay?
It's been a really exciting week or so, listening to everyone in the Discord server.
Oh god, it's been a week?
It's been a week.
This has been a much more productive week. This has been a much more productive session than last time.
Yeah,
yes.
last session.
It's so great to have my ass kicked.
Last session we didn't get too far, but This one, I think we're doing good for time. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? We did this last session. We got a couple great questions about the setting. I assume that you guys are all on board with that, but I would be ecstatic to answer a few about anything, including how much Erica is a bad person.
All mind flayers are bastards. Also, all revisionists are bastards.
Oh, okay. All
Because
revisionists are
Colleen definitely
bastards
bastard.
is a given, but all mind flayers are bastards.
I missed the bookman part, sadly. Yeah, Shen, you can just stop by the stop by the
Post
episode
the episode.
archives. We're gonna rename those as episode archives. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of confusing in terms of like coming over here and having episode 2 and then being like, yeah. Shen,
Yeah.
I'll just give you the
You got which episode 2? Which episode 2?
which episode
Et cetera,
2.
et cetera.
So that'll be archive like 4. Imagine the book. You're not, yeah. That's not far off. Yeah, just don't watch it, Shen. The goal is that the episode archives fail so badly that we never have a reason to to post them.
The great thing about the episode archives is that our average viewership is 19 seconds.
Yeah, we
It's
were looking
really-
through the numbers today. Yeah, but if you want to go and you have an hour to spare and you want to go back and relive all our great Moth Company memories, now is your
Sorry,
chance.
Dave.
Now is your
See, here's the thing: the episode archives will be good when we have a lot of episodes.
how much
Yes.
does Kato love the slimy head?
Okay, this is a question for me. I think that the thing about, Kato is someone who is, he likes to keep trophies. He's all about glory and like, the way that I envision Kato is he's kind of like a mix between Old West hero and like ancient Greek hero. So he's a lot like Odysseus, but he's also just like a random weird cowboy. And so like the idea of just like having a sick decapitated head, like what kind of cowboy wouldn't want a decapitated head of a weird monster?
That's a real Geralt move.
That's my very serious
A
answer.
lot.
It's my very
Okay.
serious
I
answer.
hope-
Wouldn't
I
want
hope
that.
you know that is
What's up?
your Ronnie
What's up?
mildly hates you now because of it.
It's just a mind flayer head.
It's just a mind
It's
flayer.
just a
It's
great
fine.
cool head.
It
just
is a
happens.
mind
I'm-
player head.
Currently in the
a very
process
cool
of
head that we
making a
all love.
mind player head emoji.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
Some
God,
hold
I
on.
love that.
Megara already made a AMAB.
Sweet. We're gonna, by the by, if that's okay with you guys, we will probably post some of this because we like having fans. It's weird to say that. I don't even think you're fans. I think you're friends. Like we're honestly,
Yeah.
They're friends.
I think we're kind of close.
Yeah.
To you only get to carry around decapitated heads if you decapitated yourselves. Thank you, Megara. We will think about that.
Zeus
God.
can go and I would say suck a dick, but he would. We do not like Zeus. We do not stand Zeus
I
in
like
this
Zeus.
household.
Zeus is fine. Anyone who will
What
come
do
and
you
put
mean he's
anyone
fine?
anyone who will come back and put up with us is fine by me.
Zeus sucks.
Shut up. Zeus is never gonna watch again.
No.
That's the problem. Is like if you say everyone sucks before we've reached like any notoriety. Then it's
No,
just
I
gonna
mean
revert
Zeus,
back.
the Greek god.
Oh yeah, Zeus.
No,
Zeus is
I
okay.
love Zeus.
Zeus the Greek god. Is
Is there
I would
another
like to
Zeus?
clarify,
I thought it was
Erica,
one of our
I need
chat
to
members.
clarify with you that I don't want to, induce your trauma,
Hmm.
but Kato doesn't really know what's going on, and he likes to have a mind flayer head, and I'm just helping you work through it. I'm really the hero in this situation.
He is making
I
you
know.
confront the trauma.
The thing is, Michael. I am
exposure
not
there.
mad at you at all because
Zeus.
Yeah, I know.
I know you. You're a great person, and I love you. But
Dennis
Kato
Simpson's
right
about
now,
me.
Kato is gonna get some fists to the face.
You could
Man,
not
okay.
hit Kato in the
I
face.
got-
She could
Because
not.
our
No.
class is 16 and you have disadvantage on attack rolls against him.
Yeah,
let's
no,
see,
uh,
chooses live from name fully. Okay.
Did that
Why did
mess
you
everything up?
mess
It did mess
up?
everything up. Never mind.
I didn't mess anything up. Oh,
No,
no,
I
things are
did.
messed up now.
I fixed it. don't
Curse
worry.
you, you fool.
You messed
Okay.
it up.
It's
Okay,
fine,
finish
it'll
what
be
you're
fixed.
gonna-
You just
Yeah,
It'll be fixed.
it's come back.
no.
Yes, Zeus bad, Hades cool, 10 out of 10. I'm happy you listened to my rant, Shen.
Hades
Gravity
is
Falls
lame.
is good.
Hades is lame. If you like Hades, you probably shop at Hot Topic.
Okay, now it's time to leave the call, I guess.
Goodbye. See you later.
No, I was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, no. I'm a big Persephone guy, but that's also, I don't know why.
Oh no, Persephone's fantastic. I love
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Persephone means bringer of death.
Okay.
I think.
I don't
Does it?
I don't know. Do we have
No,
any more
that
questions from
was-
the
that
chat?
was
Because
her
we're gonna.
upgraded name,
I think
not-
we're gonna bail out and go to our own post-session notes, so I know what to prep for next time.
We love y'all.
Yeah. You're right. Thank you guys for tuning in, even if it was for like 3 or 4 minutes. Anything is great. It's wonderful to see your shiny, happy person icons.
Yeah, uploaded slimyhead.png. Ooh. Love it.
We're getting some art
Hashtag Slimyhead.
already.
Alter, I am
I love
so disappointed in you. I love you. Don't get me wrong, but I am
The Mind Flayer head
disappointed.
is a real thing that you can buy.
There is a
You
real
can
Mind
buy like
Flayer?
a Mind Flayer head trophy.
Cool.
Yeah. Joe Manganiello has it.
I don't care about Joe
That's one.
Manganiello.
Guys,
care.
pretty sure we can get Brendan Lee Mulligan to definitely like join in on this stream.
He'll be on here next time.
Don't my desk.
Yeah, you didn't know. Matt Mercer and Brendan Lee Mulligan are gonna be here next time.
Don't my desk, Magura. I'm glad
Chris
you guys
Perkins is
had so much
gonna-
fun. Chris Perkins is gonna shave my head so I can be better at the game. Yeah, I'm glad you guys had fun. Please,
Sean-
please. Matt Mercer,
Shen,
no.
I mean-
Matt Mercer's too busy playing. I don't know. Recree 2. I want Matthew.
Matt Mercer's a famous DM.
I don't care about his DMing. He's getting paid.
You only care about how he's the voice of McCree.
I only care about who's the voice of McCree. That's important. I'm joking. I have no preference. Actually, it's really cool. I watched a Cyberpunk Red game with Matthew Lillard and the creator of Cyberpunk Red, Mike Pondsmith, who has the best voice.
Ooh, wow.
Mike Pondsmith has such a good voice. I could honestly like listen to him just speak, and it would put me to bed because he has such a silky smooth voice. I wish I could have Mike Pondsmith's voice. Anyway, that is my spiel.
It's a great spiel.
Yeah, Magura, Dalmydest, everyone who's come and joined us. I'm glad you guys are having fun. I think I'm having a great time. I'm not sure about everyone else.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
Geez.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Michael,
It's
Gail, Erica, Amy. Yeah, we gotta roll out so we can let some people head to bed here. But
Oh, who needs sleep? I'm not sleeping.
yeah, we know. If you guys had fun, the best thing you could do is share the good word, because as much as I like to shill and seem like I'm really proud of, well, I am really proud of what we're doing. It's best to get the word out to everyone. I like the spiel.
Yeah, word of mouth is the most effective advertising. Word of mouth is the most effective advertising. We're
actually culting you. Traffic laws interrupt you. Yeah, just.
Oh yeah, Wolf, you had to drive home.
Disobey traffic laws. That's my best tip of advice for you.
Be gay, do crime. Be gay, do crime. Be gay, do crime.
No, we're just gonna. You don't have to be
or
gay.
Be straight, do crime.
Be straight, do crime, or be whatever
just
you
want
to do. Do crime. Run red lights. Do whatever you need to do.
Don't support Slimy Head. Just do crime.
Ah, shit! Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, support Slimy Head. Shen's right. Support whoever you want to support. We don't judge. We'll probably have a meme poll in a couple episodes. I just want to see. We'll do like a meme poll in the Discord and see who's.
Also, I hope you know, if you post your memes, I will be asking you for permission to post them on the Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on the Instagram. You're right.
Which is at the the_moth_company. Not
I'll
very
put it in
creative.
Discord. No, but I'm glad that we got that name. People are still we're getting like people leaving, which is good.
People are still watching.
Yeah, I love that. We're
Still watching.
still getting people just watching us ramble on about the game.
Yeah, we're just
This is our private text. This is our private text channel. If you post my meme, give me credit, unlike Dizzy did, lol. Huh? Okay, decapitated heads deserve love
Look,
too.
okay, if I
Thanks,
post
Megan.
your meme, I will be giving you credit if you would like it.
Yeah, if you want
Okay.
to remain anonymous, that's cool.
Give me your Instagram, give me your Discord, give me your Facebook. Hell, give me your DeviantArt.
Hey, quick, hit us with the MySpace links. Yeah, and if you wanna do anything, that's super cool. I like going into the meme channel and seeing all the dumb memes that Gail comes up with.
Yes.
Um,
Thanks.
yeah,
for
Gail, you do
crediting my
a great
meme-making
job with the stupid
character.
memes.
Megan, I happen to have your Instagram.
Do you need consent? Do you want my Instagram? Yeah. Anyway, cool. I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
Guys, all my witty comebacks for the day.
Oh, you're all come backed out.
Not that more witty.
We've been going for almost 4 hours.
What?
Yeah, I think we started
Okay,
early.
I gotta shuck the.
Yeah.
So early.
Oh,
So-
for tech. We started at like 6 for tech.
Can't do it
I'm
anymore.
so tired.
Do you need credit? Okay. Well,
Oh, I am just waking up.
lovely people. Thank you very much. As always, we've been thanking you nonstop. Once again, come
We'll
join
never
the
stop.
Instagram, come join the Discord. Thank you for respecting cactus consent. Thank you for all of the wonderful things you've been saying and doing. Thank you guys for being part of the Mothia. And if anyone has any closing statements, closing arguments.
Here now or forever
Oh.
hold your pee.
I promise you, guys, I'm gonna win that next fight.
Yeah, we believe in you.
If he's
We
a
love
bitch.
you too. We love
Yeah,
Johnny,
I
end
you.
the
love you
stream.
guys.
End the stream, Johnny.
We're ending the
Johnny, end the stream.
stream.
I said my cool one-liner.
You said his cool
Johnny,
one-liner.
end the
We're
stream.
dying.
I said my
Bye.
cool one-liner. End the stream.
The stream's over. I just hit
Alright.
the button. No, it says end.